For in New Jersey, nothing stands still. Yesterday's wastelands are today's wealth. This, my friends, is
Noside.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's me, Antonio Matos, your host, and my co-host is with me, Brandon Mendoza. We're joined here with a very special guest today, a producer. His name's triiimyway. Sir, how are you doing today? And welcome to Noside.
Oh, man. Not going to lie. How am I doing? A little nervous. Told you guys.
Don't be.
No, we're good.
It's a safe place, safe environment.
No, we're good. I'm doing good, though. Thank
That's
you guys
great.
for having me.
Of course.
I genuinely appreciate being here. Somebody cares about me. Enough to at least ask me a couple questions and whatnot. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, we've been talking about having you on for quite a while. I remember probably
Honestly,
a
since
year ago.
Day one.
Yeah. What?
We were talking about just like local talent. Like we were like brainstorming the idea of what this would be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He was naming a couple people he knew, and off rip I was like, my boy Abdullah, try.
Oof, okay. Yeah, that's like I said, greatly appreciate it. It's I have a feeling it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, it's 2 years in the making.
Bro, y'all have had this podcast running for 2 years now?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the last time, like, not the last time, one of the times that the three of us, like, kind of got together, hung out a little bit.
Yeah.
That was like episode 1, like when we were talking about Noside and the creation. And yeah, we just did our year in review for 2022. That was our second New Year's Eve special for Noside. Yeah, we've been going at it. March will be our official like 2-year anniversary.
I want to say though, we've had a lot of hiatuses in between. We had like 3 maybe. So those like times where we didn't record for like 3 months, maybe 4 months at a time.
Yeah, so there was definitely some like roadblocks and some obstacles we had to get through, but now in this reincarnation of Noside,
like if you put
season 2, it's we're going smooth.
If you put all our time together, it'd probably be like a year and some change.
Oh, okay. I mean, still though, that's something. You know what I mean? That's a long time.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing with me with music. Like when I first started making beats, I was like super heavy into it. I took like 3 or 4 months off because I just didn't.
Sometimes you don't have the drive.
Not even that, bro. I just wasn't. Because like at that time, I was telling you before about sampling. I started off sampling. And then after some time, I was like, you know what, bro? I need to start learning how to play and like MIDI and whatnot. And didn't come to me at first. So I just stopped doing it for like 4 months. Picked it back up, tried again. And yeah, but even sometimes, like you said too, the drive, I just don't have any creativity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that creative block. Yeah.
So, it happens. It's all good though. Congratulations to you guys. That's fire. 2 years that's a big one.
Yeah, we plan on going for a little longer.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're thinking of retiring in a couple of years though, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah.
It's been fun though.
Gotta keep it going.
Yeah, that's the most important part to me is keeping it like pure and fun. Like if it's not that, then we can't do what we want to do here. Like the whole goal here is to just bring people together, showcase that New Jersey does have people here that are fucking talented individuals like yourself.
Appreciate that.
Like we want to bring casual conversations to the podcast land and just kind of showcase what we got going on here in Noside.
Oh, I get that.
Fun, safe place.
I get that. It's a good I like that like the concept of it, you know what I mean? Just comfortable conversations with people that you guys, just know and are cool with and whatnot, and 2 people that you guys think are talented and can do something. So that's like a cool, like you said before, y'all bringing the community together.
Yeah.
Like just a bunch of different random people that now have like a network that could like, oh wait, you was on this? Oh wait, you're from here? Like, oh, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I could listen to the podcast and get in touch with somebody who I didn't know did whatever they did, and that was just a missing puzzle piece that I needed to complete my puzzle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so like,
exactly.
I genuinely do like the concept.
Yeah, because now your voice will be captured in the realm of Noside forever. Like this episode will always be here. So yeah, when people go back, they'll be able to see your podcast, other people's podcasts, and then get to know what they do, and like you said, kind of connect to people and find that missing puzzle piece.
That's fire, bro. Respect to y'all for real.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not possible. It wouldn't be possible without the people that listen, and of course the people that come on. You know, it all coincides together.
No, of course, it's a podcast without listeners.
Mm-hmm.
It's just two dudes talking in a room.
Yeah, talking shit.
Yeah. That's just what it is.
Oh man, you know, since we were talking about a little bit like creative block, that's actually something that I wanted to ask you about. You know, when you hit those ruts where you get into that 4-month break and then try to pick it up and then you kind of fall off again, you know, what is your remedy to that creative block? Like, how do you get out of that?
Complete honesty right now. I'm not even gonna bullshit you guys. YouTube. I'll go on YouTube and like type in a producer that I'm fucking with or that I'm like enjoying their content, whatever, and I'll try to kind of emulate what they're doing. Because if it's good enough for them to put on YouTube, it's good enough for me to do and hear and listen and be like, oh, all right, word, this is cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll take the feel and the vibe of the beat that they're making and try to do my own type of style of that.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
So you're pretty much like looking for
Inspiration.
Inspiration kind of things that are like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I can kind of do something along the lines, and just trying to find like kind of that starting point to get that creative like flow going again.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've always said it. I'm not one of those producers that like really like 9 times out of 10 when I'm making a beat, I don't really hear the beat in my head.
You
know
just
what I mean?
go with it?
I just go with it and do what I do, and whatever I feel in the moment is what I make. So sometimes it's hard to do that process when you don't have like a template in your head.
Do you ever have it though? Like you ever wake up and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna lay this down.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do, but when I go and lay it down, it's garbage.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, damn, wait, what am I doing?
Oh, damn.
So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a big hit or miss with me. Like I have, and honestly, this isn't just me. Like a lot of producers, you got more garbage beats on your laptop than you do hard beats. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
it's all trial and error.
Yeah, that's how it is, bro. Like not everyone is gonna hit. Not everyone is gonna be a beat where it's like, oh, that's tough. Like I can do something with that. You know what I mean? I got
a lot of throwaways.
I'd probably say I have 200 files, 200 FLPs on my laptop, and maybe like 40 of them I'm happy with.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like
that's a small percentage.
Exactly. It's a very small percentage. What is that, like 20%?
It's probably less.
No. Is it?
Because out of 200, right?
Yeah, true. No, but
oh yeah, double it is.
Yeah, double it would be 20%, right?
Yeah. See, I'm bad at math.
Come on, bro. I'm only somewhat good at math because I went to school for electrical wiring. You know what I'm saying? I had
really?
I had to learn numbers to a certain degree.
How was that? How was that learning electrical wiring?
It's really not hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like once you understand like the formulas and whatnot, it's just plugging numbers in. You got a calculator, you'll be all right. You know what I mean? And like a big part of like wiring is you learn more wiring and hands-on stuff than you do like the numbers. As long as you know like, all right, this can handle this much voltage or whatever the case is, you're fine. You know what I mean? You're good.
Yeah. Is there any skills you learned from that, like going to school for electrical wiring, that you can like apply to your producing? Is there anything you learned there that helps you out with the wiring?
Are they 2 completely different fields?
Yeah.
For me personally, 2 completely different fields. But the only thing that I can say off the top that I can connect with is organization and cleanliness.
Okay.
Because like if you're wiring a house, you gotta have everything organized to a T, so you know what the problem is if you fuck anything up. You know what I mean? Or if you do something and later on in the future something goes bad, a wire fucking burns out, whatever the case is. Somebody else could come in and fix it like that because they can see the organization and whatnot. And like that's the same thing with production, at least for me, because if my projects are all over the place, I'd be confused until I organize it, until I like take everything out, split it from the channel rack and split it, put it in a rack and just organize it all out. Like, all right, all of my melodies are up top, all of my drums are down bottom. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have my effects and all of that other stuff underneath that or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's the only thing I can really connect to.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. That's a cool little fun fact. Electrical wiring.
Yeah, bro. It wasn't fun. It wasn't. It wasn't fun. It was cool because like I got to kind of just do whatever I want. My teacher, my instructor was like, don't get me wrong, he was a hard ass, but I love the dude. He was like mad chill at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He just sees a lot of potential in the people that he does. So for bullshitting, he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, get to work. Like, start doing your shit because I know how well you could be doing this. I see the potential in you. You know what I mean? But other than that, shit was annoying. It was very annoying. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, I got some strong ass forearms from it though. Just fucking twisted wires, bro. You know what I mean? It's like I got some strong ass fucking forearms from that. That's it, bro. Boots hurt after a while too.
You gotta join that power slap tournament that's going on now.
I'm good, bro. I don't know how people could do that. How you talking about when they get slapped in the face, right? Yeah, no,
and
I
they're
can't
just
do
like
that.
a foot away from each other.
I can't do that, bro. How do you put yourself to do that?
For a couple grand, you want to do that?
It's not, bro. That's what's the shit called? The brain shit that's going on in the
CTE?
NFL. Yeah, bro, that is instantaneous CTE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get hit twice, you're done up. You know what I mean?
That's the headhunting department.
That's it, bro. I don't know how you could do that. How can you let yourself get smacked that many times by another man?
Yeah, I understand MMA more than I understand the power slap shit.
See, yeah, that's different. Slapping though? Nah, bro.
Because you're just standing there and taking it.
Yeah.
You can't put no defense up at all,
you're
bro.
You're done, bro. You're done. There's no... You're gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You're gonna get
You're signing up to get hit.
That's all it is.
You're signing up to hit.
Who can endure the most pain right now?
Yeah.
And nah, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like some recess shit.
Yeah, bro, I can't.
Back in elementary school.
I don't know. Have y'all seen like the videos on, I don't know exactly what country it is, whether it's like a Russia or like a Czech country or anything like that. I don't know the specifics, but they be having some crazy fight like leagues over there.
Yeah.
And whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah, one time we talked about it and there was a 5v5 fight tournament.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And then there was another one where it was like one guy versus three guys at the same time.
Crazy.
And it obviously goes how you think it would go.
No, of course. Have you? I mean, I've probably seen them. Where they do the weigh-ins and then they sneak the guy or whatever the case is.
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah, bro. These like Dagestan, like Russian fight club like leagues and shit like that. That's how it is. They'll go and do the weigh-in and then they'll just sneak the dude. You know what I mean? And it happens in damn near all of them at this point. So I just be sitting there like, yo, why?
Who's gonna sneak who first?
Yeah, like yo, who's gonna do it, and two, why? You're already gonna fight him in a couple of days.
They can't control.
Like, chill, my boy. Relax. You're gonna get your time with him.
Have you ever heard of car jujitsu?
Nah, wait. Is that? Explain.
It's literally two dudes
in a car.
In a car.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've seen it
choking each other out with seatbelts and stuff.
I saw that, and I saw another one where I think they were like fighting on a bus or something, like on a bus,
on top of a bus.
It was something like that. Like the bus was hanging off of something. I don't remember exactly.
Hold on.
Bro,
it was hanging.
Bro,
too?
I don't remember, or it may have been just a hanging platform that was like being held by whatever, but it was in the air and they were fighting.
They had to knock each other down.
Bro, it's crazy. I don't remember. I just remember seeing it like, bro, what is going on? What am I watching right now and why?
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, that's Russia for you, man. Yeah, most of those crazy, like there's phone booth fighting.
Yes.
The phone booth
that's
fighting.
Hilarious.
You're just waiting to see a dude get slumped down
that's
the side
hilarious.
of it.
Nah, that's a good one. I'm not going to lie. I could watch that one.
And it's funny because it's kind of the same concept as the slapping.
It is.
It's just you're standing in a phone booth with a dude. You're gonna get punched.
Yeah. See, the only thing I can say about like the punchman, the phone booth, I feel like that's better than getting slapped repeatedly. Slaps sting, bro.
Yeah, they linger. They linger.
You know what I mean? Like I can eat a punch. I can eat a couple punches. One slap and my face is hurting. You know what I mean? That shit's stinging. I don't like that. I don't like that feel. And on top of that, I'm going to have a red mark on my face. So I'll swell up crazy. Like a punch, you have not the option, but your body will either swell up and knot up, or it's like, all right, you just ate it. You know what I mean? The slap's going to leave a mark regardless.
You're going to have 4 finger marks across your face.
Even for a little bit. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Not
can't.
worth it. So fucking
Can't
funny.
do that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Rush for you. And he was even saying the other one, like the 5v5, like that shit's crazy to watch. You can go on YouTube and watch this shit. And it's literally like 5v5, they fight, and when the first person gets knocked out, it's not like they're like, all right, whoa,
Just, like,
time out. Yeah, they just kind of move them, and then they all keep fighting, and now it's a 5v4. You know, like, and it just drops down like that.
Crazy. I saw this video on Instagram the other day. I want to say it was just like a joke, and it was like an acting thing, you know what I mean? But it was like a video of like this dude that like fought 5 chicks at the same time in a ring, and they like all like signed up for it apparently. Like I said, I don't know how true this is, but I was watching that shit like, damn, bro, this is foul. Like,
one guy versus 5 girls.
Yeah,
One guy
I mean, it was like 5 girls or 9 girls. I can pull it up right now, honestly, and I'll tell you the exact number because I remember seeing it.
Careful what pulls up on Google. You know what
It was one man versus 9. It was one man versus 9 women.
9 women.
It was so foul, so foul. Like I said, apparently they signed up for it though, so like they know what they were doing. But like that's crazy.
Were they like professional female fighters?
No.
Like my god,
It was just regular people.
like they went out to the street. All right, you, and you.
It was just regular people. Tell me that's it. Please tell me that's it.
Did that sound familiar? That noise?
I don't remember. Bro. Yes.
This is man.
Yes. Like I said, I think it was just an acting thing.
Please.
You
What's
gotta do
happening?
that screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
What is this, MMA?
Oh my
He's tackling him?
Commentary's great too.
It's like we're watching Wipeout.
He's even a cheap shot artist. Using
Damn.
headbutts and body slams to beat him up.
It sounds like the commentator's enjoying this.
He does. I didn't notice.
This guy's such a dirtbag. He wails on women even after they're knocked down.
It's like he's saying that with a smile on his face.
He does sound like that.
This woman's just trying to cover up and wants the fight stopped.
Look at him. Look at
This
him.
guy just keeps pounding away on
Look at
Come
him.
on, who even signed her up?
That shit is crazy.
Oh my god!
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Wow, radio dude. You must be feeling real good about yourself right about now.
Dickhead. Dickhead.
Special place in hell for dudes like you.
God, going for the body shots, body shot.
Beating the shit out of these
Bro,
women.
dickhead. Absolute scumbag. That shit was crazy.
That is hilarious.
Oh man, it was wild, bro. It was wild. Don't get me wrong, I laughed because it looks like it's a scripted type of joke, but foul if it's not.
Yeah,
super
yeah. If
foul.
that's like real. Yeah, that's
Super foul,
that's
bro.
wild.
Crazy. I don't know what's good with people. I don't know.
Oh man.
Noside does not condone female abuse.
Yeah, no.
Oh no.
But it sure
No,
damn
no,
is
we're-
funny.
We're all about the women here.
I'm dead.
That's so funny.
Oh man.
All right, let's get back on the rails. All right, let's
Let's do this.
Yo, so I know a little fun fact.
Fun fact.
You didn't start off as producer. As
Ooh.
producing,
Oof.
right?
No, I did
Ooh.
not. I did not.
let us in.
Okay, so my love for music started back in middle school, where like I forgot what song it was that I heard, but it was a Lil Wayne song, and I was like, ooh, that's tough. I want to try that. So I started rapping. I started writing in 7th grade, I want to say it was. And that's when I started like kind of making music. So I started off rapping. Then I learned how to like sing, like actually like sing correctly and whatnot. And then after a while, I was with my engineer Max, and we had like a little group. He has a label, Goon Squad Entertainment, and it was like 5 artists or like 4 artists, 5 artists, and no producers. We didn't have any producers. So, excuse me, during COVID is when I was like, you know what, bro? Let me learn how to produce. You know what I mean?
That's when the gear shifted.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was like, all right, we need a producer. Let me try this out. Let me do this. So I started making beats, and it led to...
Here we are today.
Yeah, here we are today, full producer. I don't even write records like for myself anymore. Sometimes I'll write a record for whoever it may be, just a reference for whatever. But I'm pretty much full-time producer. Hopefully soon. I mean, not hopefully, soon. I'm gonna be an engineer as well. I'm learning from my engineer. He's teaching me how to really do it like, seriously and like actually do it.
Yeah,
and not just, you know what I mean, record on a template. Yeah. So we're working though. But yeah, you got that.
Yeah, I remember back in high school. Do you remember back when it was me, Brian, and you, and we went to go smoke, I think like on the Greenway, and then we were talking about music, and I was like, can you freestyle?
I think so. I want to say I remember it, but at the same time,
in the underpass or something.
Where at?
The Greenway.
Yeah. Which?
By the water tower.
On like my side?
Yeah.
Yes. Where we had to go through the gate and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yup. I remember that. See, like one thing I was like always somewhat good at freestyling, but I never really took it serious.
Kick a freestyle right now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'm good. I was always like somewhat good at freestyling because I can like flip certain words together and whatnot. Not gonna lie, I had just like a couple lines that I knew off the top. All right, I can say these whenever and they'll always hit. But like I never really took it serious enough to sit there and actually freestyle to get better. It was just like a form of just having fun. It was like a little party trick.
Yeah, I remember back that day we were all smoking, me, you, and Brian, and you were kicking the bars, and I was like, holy shit. Because like I didn't think you were gonna do it. I was like, yo, freestyle. You're like, all right, bet. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, bro, like I said, it was kind of like a party trick.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah, like,
I'll always remember that day.
Yeah, like I be at a couple, not now, but I've been to like a couple parties in the past where it was like, yo, you're a rapper? Yeah, spit a freestyle. All right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, you gotta have something in your back pocket.
Yeah, got to. You know what I mean? So like, and like those freestyles, like I said, 90% of them were freestyles. It was like whatever is coming to my head, I'm rapping. It wasn't like, all right, I'm gonna spit a verse that I have in the tuck that I've never put on a beat before. Like this is just what I spit to people. Like no, it was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna freestyle right off the top. Like it was truly off the top, except for like I said, those couple bars where it's like I know I can sprinkle these in here and there. You know what I mean? And they just work because they're simple like bars that make you like laugh or be like, yo, you heard what he just said? You know what I mean? Whatever the case is. So
it seems like the same process as like a stand-up comedian. Like they might like go on stage and try to like freestyle a little bit, like do some crowd work, but they always have those like back pocket jokes
to,
that they can
to
just
always get a
always,
guarantee laugh.
Yeah, no, I get it. Speaking of comedians, I was watching this one comedian. She's she's an Asian lady, and she has a deep voice.
What's her name?
I think it's like Leslie something. I could be wrong.
Okay, I think
She was like making a joke about how she played high school basketball, and she wasn't good at free throws, and she had a deep voice. So like the setup obviously was that they nicknamed her Shaq, but she was like, but she was talking about like, she was like explaining what I just told you guys. And she said like, yeah, they gave me a nickname in high school basketball because of my deep voice and I couldn't shoot free throws. And somebody in the audience was like, ha, Shaq. She was like, what the hell? Where? How'd you do that? Like she was mad, like, damn, like
what? To the punch.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, this wasn't a riddle that I was gonna say that you were supposed to respond. Like, no. She was like, you got the most laughs out of any time that I've said my own joke. But great time. Speaking of also comedians, how y'all fuck with Shane Gillis? Like, yeah, how y'all feel about Shane Gillis?
I love Shane Gillis. Do you watch his recent special in Austin, Texas?
What is that? The one where
it's on YouTube?
That's the one where he's the Special Olympics one. Because that's the only one I've seen. I have yet to find another Shane Gillis stand up. No, I saw that one on YouTube. The one where he talks about being in the Special Olympics, like the coach and whatnot and shit like that.
I don't know Shingo's.
Yeah, that is in it. Yeah, because he worked in the Special Olympics. Yeah, this is
Shane he was a basketball coach talking about the dudes like two things: women and John Cena. Great.
This one right here.
I think that was it. I'm pretty sure that was it. How his sister's she's like a heroin addict, and now she does quests.
Yes, yeah.
Bro, he's hilarious. I want to see more stand up from him. You know what I mean?
He is a funny guy. I do know him.
Great.
I never knew that was his name.
Yeah, bro. Him, Theo Von.
Theo Von's hilarious, bro.
Super dirtbag comedy, but I love it. I love it, bro.
I think one of my favorite Theo Von things he's ever said was the whole gumming down a Viet.
He was fasting for 5 days, and he was like, I think I eat this, man.
Oh, man. Crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's funny shit.
I like that type of comedy. Like, that's my type of comedy.
Yeah, just the silly, funny ha-has. Yeah.
Stupid shit.
I think that kind of comedy, which is like conversation comedy, I would say, is funnier than like stand-up sometimes.
I'm not a huge stand-up guy.
Yeah, me either. Like, because I know Theo Von does stand-up and shit, but I don't watch it. I'd rather watch his, like, when he's on a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's different types of humors for sure.
No, yeah, definitely. See, certain people I like stand up more, but certain people I like the podcast type feel more.
Yeah.
Like Theo Von, I feel like definitely the podcast for me personally. Because it's just, he says stupid shit off the top.
That's just him being him, you know?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Great. But like Shane Gillis, don't get me wrong, he's funny as shit on the podcast. But his stand up was hilarious.
Yeah.
I almost pissed myself. It was great, bro. I was sitting there watching the podcast, crying, like tears falling down my face, like crying because it was so funny. So like it all depends on the person for me.
Yeah,
true.
You feel me? But still, a lot of people I don't like their stand ups. Their jokes just be stupid.
I know Joe Rogan does stand up, and I don't care to watch his shit.
What did you just say?
Joe Rogan?
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying he doesn't do it.
But you didn't believe it, right?
I would never listen to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, stand-ups. I've watched his stand-up specials. They're actually hilarious.
Wait, is this when he was like younger, right?
I think he's still doing it.
Yeah, he still does it.
Oh no,
like he's on tour like constantly doing comedy. Like that's his main thing.
What?
Yeah, like the podcast isn't his main thing. Like he does the UFC commentary. Which
I know that.
You should know. Yeah, he does the UFC commentary and then the comedy. He was doing comedy before he did the UFC. Yeah.
Shit. No, I would never watch a Joe Rogan stand up.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
I would never, bro. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't even.
I'm telling you, you got to give it a try. Watch it. It's on Netflix. You can find it. He has 2 of them on Netflix. His one called Triggered, that one's really good.
I'll give it a shot just to say that I listened to it and I tried it. But I don't think I'm going to enjoy it.
Like if someone came up to you and was like, yo, I got 2 tickets to see Joe Rogan tonight. You want to?
No, you don't even have to finish that question. No. No. You know what I mean?
Is it because to you he's like the podcast guy? Like is that
he's the
is that
podcast
it?
and UFC guy to me.
And
it just doesn't seem right.
But it's funny because like he's technically the comedian guy. That's just the extra shit he does.
See, but that's the thing. Joe Rogan doesn't even seem like a funny guy.
But he is. That's like, the crazy thing. That's so funny that you have that perspective of him because it's like, dude, you're missing like 50% of Joe Rogan.
That's crazy.
He's a man of many hats, but I just don't want to see him in that one.
Yeah, exactly.
That one doesn't look good on him.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I'd rather see the bald head instead of a hat for that one.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. UFC commentary, great. He does a great job. His podcast, I actually just like recently got into his podcast and shit. I hate that I can never find the exact podcast episode that I want to listen to when I want to listen to it. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
1,000.
Absolute bullshit. I type in a episode number and it doesn't pop up. Or I
you gotta know. You gotta
clips.
know the name.
Bullshit. But I like his podcast too. It's cool. I like. Honestly, maybe a unpopular opinion, but I personally like his episodes where he has like an astrophysicist or whatever type of scientist or whatever the case is, an archaeologist and shit like that, over like the comedians.
Oh yeah, of course, it's way more interesting. I think
that's
because it opens like a whole new
like having like Neil deGrasse Tyson on or Elon Musk on. Like, those
exactly.
ones are super cool. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
like I'd much rather watch that over like the Theo Von episode, even though the Theo Von episode is jokes. Like I've seen snippets from it. It's great. You know what I'm saying? Hilarious guy.
I just want to see. I know what you mean, and when I see that, I want to see like how their minds work. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Exactly.
Yeah, I get how this dude functions. He's a fucking funny guy. I get it. I want to know how one of those geniuses fucking thinks. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's different.
Yeah, it really is.
I was watching the Neil deGrasse Tyson episode, and he was saying a bunch of things where I was like, bro, how do you even like
the one?
Yeah,
the most recent one in
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't know. I can't find the episodes that I want to watch. I don't know. I don't know.
Many.
And I know he has like 4 episodes with him.
Yeah.
So it's like I couldn't tell you, but I was watching it like, damn, bro, what makes you think the way you do? Right. You know what I mean? Or like,
why are you so smart?
Exactly. Like him or like the other dude. I don't know his name. He was I don't know exactly what he is. White dude, old guy with glasses. He has like a British accent, I'm pretty sure.
Graham Hancock?
Yes.
He just
Yes.
did the Ancient Apocalypse thing. Yeah.
That's funny.
That
I was
guy.
going to be like, that's very broad. And you got it right on the head.
But yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like just watching those episodes and just listening to what he's saying is like, yo, what makes you think that way, bro?
If you haven't watched it yet, go on Netflix, like, because you know that dude, and I'm sure you would love to watch the series. It's called Ancient Apocalypse, and everything he talks about when he goes on Joe Rogan, that's what this series is about.
Didn't he write a book about that?
Yes, he wrote a book, like him and the Randall Carlson. He's another dude that works with Graham Hancock, and they're both trying to like figure out like our previous history. Because his whole theory is that there's a point in our human history that we aren't looking at, that it's like erased, and they're trying to discover it,
like a missing evolution link.
Yeah, like there's a gap in our human history.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And that's his series, Ancient Apocalypse on Netflix. He goes into depth about it, and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think that's the one where it's like there's like a construction crew in like California or whatever it is, somewhere out west, and they were like digging or whatever the case was. They were doing something, and then they found
a skull, right?
Something like that. Yes.
And it didn't match to any of the previous skulls we found.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe I'm thinking about something else. Maybe I'm thinking about another part of it, but it was something where like the bone, he was talking about how like the bone is it showed signs of like humans like breaking it and trying to I guess get the marrow from inside or whatever the case is to eat it, or it was something along those lines where it like just didn't match the time frame where it was like, all right, they thought it was like a newer bone or whatever, but then they carbon dated it or whatever it's called, and it turns out that shit's dummy old, like before like humans were ever supposed to be in North America. Oh, yeah, it was like a crazy something like that.
Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about, because I remember he would go and he would talk about like there was this land mass that kind of connected, like that's like submerged in water in modern days now, but there used to be this like bridge that people were able to travel across to get from like one side of the continent to the other, or like one side of the world from the other, you know. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but like
I was just about to say,
kind of somewhat like that, like
before
how
the continents shifted apart.
Yeah, before they completely shifted apart and the sea levels rised and shit. Like there was a part of land that the scientists believe that humans had migrated through to get to the other side of the world, to the other continents, before it all officially like went away, kind of like separated.
Kind of like Alaska and Russia, right? How they were connected.
Yeah, pretty much. So imagine that, like imagine the point where Alaska and Russia just started to kind of separate, and there was still a little bit of land left that people could travel across during that period. So people could have traveled across that piece of land, then migrated, and then their DNA ends up like breeding, and centuries go by, and those are the people that kind of are the ancestors of that region of Alaska. But they came from Russia.
The OG Eskimos.
So that's why if you were to go digging somewhere in Alaska and find someone that has like DNA and can be carbon dated to Russia, it's kind of like, whoa, how the fuck did you get over here? Because they completely split apart, you know?
Possibly.
So it's like that gap of time, like that gap of time where they crossed. In our human history, we don't know. Yeah, and that's what that's like, kind of like my dumbed down version of like what Graham Hancock is doing.
That's fire. Speaking of like Pangea and whatnot, fun fact: you guys know like how the Himalayan mountains were like formed?
When they clashed into each other,
My
right?
boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
yes.
tectonic plates and shit, and then they go
They
up.
pushed up, and that's how like the Himalayan mountains were formed.
I paid attention in science class.
There you go. Well, science and history. It's all you really need in life, right?
Honestly, yeah. You know, like being out of school, you know, and looking back at those times, like I can say a lot of bullshit, you know, like, wow, they wasted my time. Like I didn't learn anything. But yeah, the only things I can still say that I did learn from was my electives. Like we were talking about it before the podcast, like music tech in high school and shit. You know, like I learned shit from my electives. I learned shit from science, and I learned shit from history.
No, I definitely feel that. I don't know why. Like,
Baby was just mesmerized by the fucking lights up there for like 5 minutes. I swear to God.
oh, where is the projector? I'm trying to find where it is.
It's the
right
astronaut up there.
Oh, y'all got the astronaut one? I've been
Yeah,
seeing
I've
that
seen
on
that
Instagram.
It works. Yeah.
Yo,
Some Instagram shit is like phony, but this one's legit.
Yeah.
that's tough. That's tough. I have the regular the Bliss skylight or whatever it is.
Oh,
It's just like the ball.
No. It's like a circle that like kind of stands up with the lens like on like an angle type of shit.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Mm.
I like it. It gets the job done because I have like a small room. Like my room is definitely smaller than this one. You know what I mean? Probably like, I wouldn't say half. I like 3/4 of this room.
Okay.
So it's like fairly small. So it's like it gets the job done.
Mm.
And like I got the LEDs around the whole line. So it works. You know what I mean? I like it. But that's cool because it changes colors. Mine doesn't.
Looking at it right now.
Mine's just purple.
Yeah, and they're like I have it like there's like stars like the just green
stars.
beams. Yeah, I turned that. Yeah, I turned that. Like people that just have that shit on casually, they're psychotic and they're serial
Crazy.
killers.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, bro. I don't know how you do it.
I think I put it on for New Year's, you know, just to get the party going.
That's cool.
But
That's fine. But if
you're
just
reading a book, you just kind of womp,
Nah,
just lasers.
Nah, yeah, okay, all right. Y'all ever just sit there and get caught up on a trip while watching the projector?
Dude.
Oh yeah, numerous
Fucking
times.
crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, crazy.
Yo, so you say you don't smoke no more,
I don't.
but do you trip?
I have not tripped in longer than I haven't smoked. Fun fact, I actually have a tab of acid just chilling in my room.
Really?
In a case and everything. Just for whenever I want to trip, which probably is going to be tonight, low-key.
Really?
I was thinking about it, you know what I mean? I may do it, but I don't know yet. So I'm still it's on the back burner just in case. You know what I mean? I have it sitting. Bro, actually, I was telling my boy Ether, because he knows I was coming on the podcast.
Oh,
I
word?
had told him. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? I told him the whole nine, and he was like, oh, fire, you know what I mean? It's hard. But he was like, yo, I got some shrooms if you want. Like, if you want to like loosen up and chill and shit. I was like, I'm good, bro. Like, I don't want to be tripping balls on the podcast, acting like a fool. I'm good. I'd rather sit here and be sober. I'm good, you know what I mean? But yeah, that tripping off of those, watching the
Just
projector.
watching it go, just thinking about it.
Put some nice
put some Pink
somber
Floyd
music.
on,
Yeah.
Bro,
Dark Side of the Moon. Just
Bro.
fucking
And
go
just
to
look
Jupiter.
up.
Yeah,
bro, I got lost for 30 minutes at least, bare minimum, one night. Tripping off of shrooms in my room, and I was just staring. And I was just making like the different, like, oh shit, that's a face. Oh shit, like what's going, and I just, a whole picture, just, the painting, just, it was painted. Just watching that, I saw, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, the whole movie, basically.
Bro, swear to God, I saw like Noah's Ark in the, crazy. It was crazy. Insane, bro.
wow.
Yeah, nah. Psychedelics are,
There's something.
they're
Man.
great.
Take you to another dimension, bro.
Do you think what has been any like? Have you had any positive effects from your times tripping? Like, do you think you've learned? What are some things you've like learned from having those experiences?
There's a big thing with me, like probably the biggest one is like when I trip, I tell myself, like when I start to feel anxious, it's like, all right, I know what I'm doing. I've been through this before. I know what's going on. I've been through this before. So like I try to even just put that into my regular day-to-day life if I'm starting to feel anxious or if I'm getting frustrated because whatever situation. It's like, all right, yo, relax. You know what's going on. You've been through this before. You're going to be all right. You know what I mean? So like that's probably the biggest thing. And just learn to not let anybody bring you out of character. And it's like completely different though, because when I'm out of character and I'm tripping, I'm like super like, whoa, you know what I mean? High. High. And it's like, all right, relax. I'm letting myself I'm letting myself get out of character. You know what I mean? Nobody else is doing this to me. I'm doing it to myself. I'm way too high. Calm the fuck down. Relax. And like, when somebody else brings me out of character and I'm not, you know, tripping, it's like, all right, I get frustrated over a situation because you said something to me that I didn't like or you cut me off or whatever the case is. So I just tell myself like, yo, don't let that bring you out of character. You know yourself. That's pretty much it though, man. Tripping's just fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a trip.
Oh, yeah. Wish we had a drum set so I could do it. That'd be hard.
You ever produce while you were tripping?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, is it easier to create like that, or is it harder?
Fun fact. I've been saying fun fact a lot. I gotta
Don't,
stop
dude.
that.
I say that all the time, bro. Don't sweat it.
If I like, how do I say this? I'll go and like try to make a full beat tripping. Sometimes it's like, all right, whatever. If I go to like make like a normal trap beat or whatever the case is, sometimes it's like whatever. But for some fucking strange, odd reason, and I can't explain it, whenever I go to make a drill beat while I'm tripping, it's always hard.
Yeah?
It doesn't make sense to me. My brain just, all right, cool. I know where the drill drums are. But I don't make drill beats.
That's not your element?
That's not my style of beats. That's just not what I do. I wish I was good at it because, you know, it's the trend. It's the wave. Yeah, exactly.
It's the bee's knees right now.
Exactly. I got to keep up with the times, you know what I mean? But I'm not the best at drill. But if I'm tripping, I know how to do it. I don't know why. And like I was talking to my engineer, Max, about that. And he was like, yo, did you know that all of those fucking Brooklyn drill producers or just New York drill producers and like the rappers and shit, they just do hella shrooms.
Wow,
Apparently
really?
they just do hella shrooms.
Wow, that's the trick. Huh?
I guess so.
Wow, you found the key.
I guess so, bro. I found the One Piece.
Wow.
It don't make sense, but it does make sense.
That's interesting. That's like a trend if that's true.
Yeah,
you know?
like a lot of the drill rappers and producers and whatnot, they do a lot of shrooms. So,
do you prefer the shrooms over LSD or?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
110%.
Right.
And I always explain it to people the same way.
It's natural. It just feels way more natural.
Think of weed and like wax. Yeah, you smoking weed, you get high, but it's a little foggy, it's a little muddy. You smoke wax, high as shit, but you clear. It's a clean high, and that's the same way with like shrooms and acid. Acid feels a little muggy, it feels a little dirty, it feels a little foggy. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, but when you take shrooms,
boom,
it's a clean high. It's so clean. You so like, all right, cool. I'm not bugging right now. Where it's like the whole like, all right. Saw lights. I got confused. Like visuals. When you take an acid, you see like the shapes or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? When you take shrooms, the visuals aren't like that. It's like it feels like it's like I'm just looking at you, but sometimes I get the vibrant like, all right, little bursts of like light.
Yeah, contrast gets maximized a little bit.
You know, both of those. Even like I'll get some of the swirls and shit like that.
Yeah,
but I feel like the visuals are like. With shrooms, they feel like they're more in my head as opposed to like acid, where I feel like I'm actually seeing it on the wall. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just feels a little cleaner though. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I kind of explain it the same way as well, but I also add the fact that, you know, acid, when you leave an acid trip, you know, at the end of the trip, you are kind of different, you know, because that's literally chemically changing and reformatting the way your brain works.
True.
Whereas mushrooms, you kind of come out of it the same way, but you've learned something. It's been more of a journey and an experience, where acid is more of just the high and the party drug. Where mushrooms, like it has more. Whoa!
I saw the lights on the wall. That's why I got sidetracked.
Yeah, there's literally a fire truck going by.
Damn, I hope there's not a fire around. I hope that's just like
For a precaution.
Yeah,
only
like they're first like responders or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Isn't that the case? Firefighters are like the first
to
like,
respond.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I hope that's the case.
It was wild.
That's like the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, that's the first
Since
fire
we lived
truck
here.
we've ever seen go
Shit.
by. Yeah.
Yeah, hope everything's okay.
Yeah, facts. Crazy.
So where were we? Back
Drugs.
there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
The preferred one. Mushroom.
Yeah.
What a funny time for some sirens to go off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
whoa.
Bro, if I
Just get a
was
bunch of
tripping,
high
I'd be
guys
bugging.
paranoid.
Yeah.
There's probably even people like listening to this right now, smoking, and like, whoa.
What's going on? What's going on?
They took
Getting-
off a headphone like, is that me?
Yeah, getting scared. Bro, I hate when songs have fucking sirens in them.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
mute my music. Like, wait, what's going on? Oh, all right, word. It's just in the song. Like,
Gets me anxious.
I used to get scared as hell.
Yeah.
Shit, terrible.
Number one producing tip: don't put sirens in your beats.
Swear to
Yeah,
God,
cut that
bro.
shit out. Stop that trend.
Y'all heard them. Oh, it's jokes, man. Y'all are jokes. Funny guys, man.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, so what would you say your style of production is?
Okay. Personally, there's like a running joke between like me and like Ether and like Max. Max is my engineer, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Max. There's a running joke that like I do Uzi shit only. Like that old type Uzi shit where it's like very high beat, high bubbly, shit like that. Pretty much the shit that y'all heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of that like
the
bubbly
Uzi versus
shit.
the world type shit.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? There's a running joke like that. That's my bag and that's all I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it's my favorite type of beat, like the upbeat, melodic, very bubbly but bouncy. You know what I mean? I like stuff like that. I like listening to those type of beats. So
Yeah, they're definitely very fun to like put some headphones on, put some
Great.
earbuds in, and just kind of like go. You know,
Oh, great.
just have some shit in the background.
I was gonna ask, should we play something?
Yeah, dude, is there anything you want us to play? Like
Oh,
any
man.
snippets you sent us, we can play.
Oh,
'em.
brother, y'all can play whatever. Y'all have the whole bag. So like, not really the whole bag. I'm lying. Y'all got 8 loops. Y'all can play whichever one y'all like. You know what I mean? I'm good with them all. I enjoyed them all. They're not all like mixed correctly and whatnot, but you know what I mean? They're there.
Previews, you know.
Yeah, they're there.
Which one should we start off with? Do you have any recommendation?
All right. We'll start off with Plug, because Plug is one of
third
my
one, yeah, that
favorites. Yeah, Plug is one of my favorites. And like after this point, it's just a loop. But yeah, I like that. Morning Melody's cool. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, I really like this one. This one's tight.
Thank you.
And then the one above this one too, I fucking love.
Yeah, definitely. Remember the flute I was telling you about before?
Mhm.
You hear it a lot more with the headphones.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think this is a big reason why I like this next one. This is
Flute.
this is Galaxy.
This is like kind of like these that I sent out are more like my new style.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So this is the evolution.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I feel like it's only right that after this you play MTR to like kind of end it off.
Word. And this is MTR.
This gives me Trippy Red vibes.
Yes, that.
Right?
That's why it's called MTR, Mr. Rage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. And then right here,
Yeah, that just
the tail end. Ooh, I love it. But yeah, those are like my like newer beats, I would say.
Yeah, produced by @triiimyway. Make sure to go follow it on Instagram.
Thank you. Yeah, try with 3 eyes. Triiimyway.
And if you can't spell, we'll have it in the bio, so you guys will be able to get it anyway.
funniest shit. I told you I was in electric school and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I told somebody my at, they didn't know how to say it, so he was like, triiimyway? I started crying. Funniest way I've ever heard somebody pronounce it. It was great, bro. It was great. It was great.
triiimyway.
Triiimyway.
All right, so I got a high guy question.
What's up? What's up?
So first, I'll start it off by saying, do you believe in the idea that there are multiple different realities, different universes, different timelines, that there is infinite yous that have gone down infinite paths?
Oh man, see, me and Ether were just talking about this the other day.
Okay.
Literally just talking about this the other day. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't know exactly what I believe in. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly if I believe it's happening all simultaneously, you know what I'm saying? Or if one branches off into the other and then they start happening that way, you know what I mean? Or if it was like a predestined, all right, you're gonna do this, but this version of you is gonna do that. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I just feel like there gotta be something else out there. And I was watching, what was it? Forgot exactly what it's called. It's a documentary, or not really a documentary. Kinda, yeah, it is a documentary on Netflix about infinity. And it says, like, just mathematically, like after a certain point in time, like in space or whatever, it has to repeat. Like, I forgot the exact explanation of why, but it says, like, all right, it has to repeat itself. Like the one square in space is a square, but that square is repeated 1,000,000,001 times. You know what I'm saying? Infinite amount of times, literally. And it's all just different copies of the same thing.
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
So it's like, that made me really sit there and think, like, shit, bro. Like, damn, there has to be. And like, if not, bro, what about deja vu?
Yeah, true.
I never really understood things like deja vu or just dreams of shit where it's like, all right, I'm dreaming, I'm about to do this. And then I wake up and in 3 days or whatever, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? And there's no correlation. I didn't know this was going to be what's happening. It just exactly happened. You feel me? I had a trip once with my coworker. We're sitting there and I'm like, yo, because I asked him for a ride home. So it's time for me to go. And I was like, yo, you know where my house is, right? Like, you've been there. He's like, no, I've never been to your house before. I've never taken you home before. And I vividly sit there and remember, like, him taking me home at a certain point. And as soon as I got dropped off at home, I was like, holy shit, that's what I envisioned. That was the exact thing.
That was this.
And I didn't fucking know. The whole night I was just like having crazy.
And you were so convinced that he'd done it before.
Bro, the whole night I was having crazy deja vu. And once that shit happened, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this this is insane. Like, to a T of what I did, got out the car, how I checked my everything, whatever said, like, pieced them up. In
just
the whole
how
nine.
you saw it.
The
before.
whole 9 is exactly how I saw it. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, because that's even another thing. Like, people like look into the idea of dreams and potentially dreams being windows into these other alternate versions of us, you know, experiencing different things. And then sometimes those things do overlap, you know? So like, there's a chance that dream was you in another timeline doing the same thing. Maybe the conversation went differently. Maybe you were wearing different shoes in that timeline. Like, that's the crazy spectacle of infinite. So this kind of leads me to the question I want to ask you.
Okay.
If you had the chance to peer into a copy of you, if you got to peer into another alternate dimension of you where you weren't a producer, you weren't triiimyway, what do you think that alternate version of you would be doing?
That's a question.
Like, if you never started on this path of producing music and beat making and just this whole thing.
There's literally an infinite amount of possibilities, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like, just basing it off of, I guess, who I was and how I was before I started making music, I'd probably, man, I don't know. I started making music in middle school, 7th grade. So I feel like at that time I was like really struggling with my grades, but not because of like a intellectual thing. It was more or less I didn't care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I found music as somewhat of an outlet, or more or less just something that I enjoyed at first, and then it kind of became the outlet. That's probably the better answer. But I don't know. I feel like at that time, if I didn't start doing music, I probably, it's in my eyes at least, I feel like it's one or two things. One, I would have found something else to, you know, do.
Another passion,
another passion, another hobby. Or I would have just said, fuck it, let me actually try to do this school shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe I could have been in like, you know, I don't know, maybe a doctor or some shit. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because I'm not an idiot. I just don't care. You know what I mean?
There's a difference, really.
Yeah, like I just don't care enough to sit there and actually do shit. You know what I mean? And
you want to try it your way.
You know,
the name.
You know what I mean? Like
Full
that's,
circle.
That's,
that one.
that's it, bro. But yeah, I feel like if I actually like, if I never did the music, who knows? I could have been maybe somebody great. Maybe if
an astronaut.
Yeah, maybe an astronaut. But at the same time, I could have been a junkie. You know what I mean? At that time, like around that time is when I like kind of started smoking weed and shit like that. So it's like, who knows? I could have said, you know, I'm just gonna, let's be real, bro. When everybody starts smoking weed, that's their whole personality.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's their whole fucking personality.
Yeah,
especially in high school, bro.
You know
Especially
what I mean?
in high school, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like y'all said it before, I don't smoke anymore. I've been smoking for like 10 plus years. So it's like, not for nothing, when I stopped smoking, I had to like kind of find myself again. I had to like figure out who I was as a person, because like that was a big part of my life. You know what I mean? I used to smoke for a bunch of different reasons, whether I was anxious, whether I was happy, whether I was sad, whether I was mad, whether I wanted to get creative, whether I didn't want to be creative at all and I just wanted to relax. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of different reasons as to why I was smoking. So
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of ways to find different reasons for smoking.
You know what I mean? So it's like when I stopped, for a little bit, it took me like a couple weeks to like kind of really figure out who I was again. You know what I mean? And like actually sit there and realize like, all right, word, this isn't my whole fucking life, bro. Like this isn't who you are. It's just a part of what you do. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's one, that's deep. And two, that shows a lot of growth.
Appreciate you, bro.
I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it was very tough.
Congrats, to you. Give you your flowers now. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate it, because I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. It was tough.
I can imagine, bro, because I smoke all the time. Like, I still smoke. Yeah.
No, I'm not mad at it. I don't shame anybody for it. I don't sit there and, bro, you gotta stop.
To each their own, though. A
big thing for me is, though, I will say, if y'all like vape, like y'all smoke like the Nick sticks and shit, please stop.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't do the Nick.
Yeah, like that's the only thing. Like y'all smoke tree, go ahead, by all means. That's to each his own. I'm not mad at that. But those Nick sticks, bro,
that's not good.
Bad for you, bro. You don't even know.
Hear that, Antonio?
Yeah, it's good for me to be able. Yeah, it's good for me to put some input in, because I am a cigarette smoker. I actually think that the vapes, the Juuls and shit, like the disposable, those are worse. Terrible. Because the one bad thing about cigarettes, which people don't understand, is people just think overall the cigarette, like it's just like that's death. Which I mean, yeah, like you smoke fucking a pack a day, like you're gonna get fucked up.
You're gonna get something.
But what's really like the addictive factor and like the health hazard to a cigarette is the liquid nicotine, the shit that they kind of coat that shit in, and that's what makes you addicted to it.
Exactly, that's it.
But with the thing, and I went through this, like even back when I was in high school, like that's when like the vapes and shit were getting real popular and stuff. Juuls, going to the bathroom, fucking hitting them shits, all the lavas, that fucking shit, all that whole culture, dude. It turned into a culture, a vaping culture, which is crazy. And I learned. It took me a couple of years to figure out and learn that the vaping is more damaging, because you don't realize, you think you're saving yourself from smoking cigarettes. You think you're saving yourself, but what you're doing is you're smoking more, because what the vaping allows you to do is now you can vape in environments that you normally can't smoke in. So I was vaping in the fucking living room. I was vaping in my room. I was vaping while I was taking a shit. I was vaping while I was outside. I was vaping while I was in school. I was vaping when I was out at the store. I was vaping in the movie theater. Like no matter where I was, I had the capability of vaping, and I felt like my health was declining so much. And then it got to a point, like there was like this like couple month gap where like I was smoking cigarettes and vaping because it was just like
Felt that. I've been through the same thing.
and that's where I learned all this. That's where I was like, I'd rather just smoke cigarettes because I have to like take the effort to go outside, have a smoke. And like even now, like I pace myself with cigarettes. I like, you know, I'm humble enough to say like, yeah, I'm an addict, I suppose. Yeah, like I smoke cigarettes.
I mean, hey, bro, we're all addicts.
Yeah, we all got our poison, you know.
We all got our vices.
Yeah, but I'm not smoking like a pack a day, you know. It takes me
That's
about
good.
3-4 days to get through a pack, you know, and that's like good to like the cigarette community, like the smoking community, you know. Like most people are going through a pack a day or two, you know.
Yeah.
But there's no bragging in it. It's just shit, like showing that like I'm able to pace myself easier with cigarettes than I was with vaping. Vaping, I was out of control.
Yeah,
I
bro.
wanted the Fruity Pebble flavor. I wanted the dessert flavor. I wanted mint.
Lush Ice.
Like it's all Lush Ice.
Lush
Oh
got
my
everybody
God.
on Lush Ice got fucking people on a chokehold. It's crazy.
Dude, I remember there was when because I used to have like I used to use the Juuls, and I remember there was these knockoff brands called the Eon Pods.
Yeah, Pink Lemonade was my favorite.
Oh,
Pink Lemonade was my favorite.
But the cool thing with those packs where you got 5 of them
Yup.
for like half the price of Juul Pods.
Exactly.
Dude,
It's a great thing, bro.
The Pink Lemonade, the pineapple, and then the blueberry ice. The
Ooh,
blueberry
ice. I didn't see that one.
That shit was crack cocaine to me. The
Sounds
blueberry
like it.
ice. Dude, because it had the menthol hit that I like
The
from
ice,
a cigarette.
Yup.
And then that nice fruity blueberry flavor afterwards, man. Dude,
Nah, that's fire.
just fucking hitting that shit 24/7, man.
Yeah, I get that, bro.
I
I'm
do
not
not
mad
want.
at it.
I do not want a picture of my lungs after all those years of vaping.
See,
Nope.
like that's the big thing. You were talking about how like people think that they're doing themselves a favor by vaping instead of smoking cigarettes. You're really not, bro. There's you don't know the long term effects of that shit yet.
I was just about to say there's
Yeah.
there's not really a study of the effects of vaping, but there is a study of the
Cigarettes.
effects of cigarettes. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can sit there and look at shit about cigarettes, and it's like, yeah, bro, it's bad for you, but at least you know what you're getting yourself into. You have no fucking idea what you're getting yourself into with these vapes.
Yeah.
Do you remember when cigarettes used to have mascots?
No, I don't.
Really?
I know. I'm pretty sure Lucky Strike had like a bowling pin or something like that, but that's like the only thing I know.
Camel had a cool ass camel
yes,
with
the
the
cowboy
sunglasses.
Camel.
Or no, the Marble.
Marble
That was
Man.
the
Yeah,
Marble
Marble
Man.
Man.
Yup.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah,
kinda
he
crazy to
died what,
think
like 10 years
about.
ago or something like that?
Oh, I don't even. I'm pretty sure a while ago the way he was smoking.
I don't think it was that. I feel like it was like 10 years ago or something like that. It was fairly recent.
Can you look up the Marble Man?
Please check this out. Fucking cowboy. Shit was great.
And then they had the camel with the sunglasses. Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
yup,
I think he
yup.
had like a Hawaiian shirt or like
I want to say it was a leather jacket, but I could be wrong.
It might be a leather jacket too.
My
yeah.
dad used to smoke Camels. My dad's been smoking fucking cigarettes for 40 years.
When did he die?
It's not showing. I don't know why.
Shitty ass Google.
Marble Man. The last appearance was 1999 though.
Nah. When did he die?
When did you perish?
When did he die? Yeah, facts.
Creators. See, I want to know who the dude. Joe Camel.
Yeah, Joe Camel.
Who is
Philip Morris? No.
No, it's
Harf Ingersoll.
And hired
Yeah.
him to be the photographed as the Marble Man. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Herf Ingersoll.
what a name.
Great.
No, I think this is the new one. I think this is the one they replaced with the original.
So maybe that's what I'm just thinking of.
This guy.
Go back to all real quick and click the first thing.
Yeah, because it says
Yes.
First of all, that's blinding.
Yeah.
very odd. LA.
Wow. Oh, fuck you. Oh.
Bullshit. Get out of here. Get out of here. It said in 2020, it says he's still alive.
Eric Lawson
Okay. Maybe he died.
died January.
Yeah, just
2014.
about 20
Told you.
Wow.
Come
you
on.
know your shit.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
I wonder how much he smoked.
He lived to
Crazy
72. That's good. He probably smoked every single day.
That's something. That's something. If I live to like 52, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a good life. You live to like 52, even 62, you're chilling. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be 100.
Past half a decade.
Yeah, I don't want to be 100, bro. That sounds crazy. I'm like confined to a wheelchair and shit like that.
Oh my God.
The way my body is now, I know it's not holding up at 90.
No,
you know, like
not at all, bro.
My grandfather lived to be 78. You know, I think that's a good long life. You know, late 70s.
I don't want my facilities to slowly decline as I'm getting older.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't want to be put
At
in
that point,
facilities.
just take me out, bro.
I don't want to be put into some like daycare, you know. Like,
I don't want to be shitting myself, bro. I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
You heard about Bruce Willis?
No, I haven't.
You know Bruce Willis, right?
Bruce Willis?
I feel pull him up. I got to see faces. Is
You
he
know
the bald
Die
dude?
Hard?
He's the bald dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, him. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bruce Willis. Do you know he has like aphasia? And like this year, like this past Christmas might be his like last Christmas. How his family saying
All
it?
right, please educate me. What is
So
aphasia?
his the disease he has, it loss of,
Ability to understand or express breeze caused by.
and which sucks, which absolutely sucks in my opinion, is that was literally his whole job, like to understand or express speech.
Yeah,
that's the whole acting.
That's his whole life, you know.
So like, pretty much they become mutes.
It's just they start losing.
So they can't understand speech. That's what it's saying.
Yeah,
their brain
like
just
they,
becomes
like they'll look at a piece of paper and they can't figure it out. They lose the ability to speak. It's like a weird form of like almost Alzheimer's.
They slowly become vegetables. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's kind of the
That's
vibe
what
I get.
that's what it seems like from what I
alright,
read.
Sad.
So now I got a question. That's speech. What about like sign language? Is that the same thing?
Right there, it says pictures can help with communication, but at that
I can't read. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah. See, do you have aphasia?
Symptoms.
No, I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Nah,
People may experience social isolation or persistent repetition of words or actions, difficulty speaking or jumbled speech, difficulty building and drawing things, or loss of the ability to write.
So, yeah.
Yeah, see, I just seen something on the Mayo Clinic down bottom. It says, scroll down for 2 seconds. Right there. It affects how you communicate. So I feel like that has ASL or just sign language in general is a form of communication. So
yeah, that's just decline.
Shit. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's real fucking sad. Bruce Willie. Yeah, we literally had like a podcast where like half of it we were talking about this.
Damn.
Like,
We're losing it.
so sad.
Those type of diseases and whatnot like scare me. Like my grandma, she before she died, she had dementia.
Yeah.
So like that type of shit like really does scare me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
that's what I worry about the most. Like getting old. Like the whole idea of death like doesn't scare me as much as the idea of my brain deteriorating. Like I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose those faculties. Take my arms, take my legs. I want to have my brain.
yeah, exactly.
I'd rather go with everything intact, low key.
Nah, I feel you. I definitely feel that.
Yeah, just the last thing I want to lose is my sanity. You know, like I don't want to be some crazy old kook in like a retirement home pissing myself. You know, like I want to be. I want it how I am right now, like how I'm conscious right now. This is what I want to be at that later time in my life.
No, exactly. Because that, like I said, that's a scary thing. Even for you, bro, if you go through that, like whoever, not you specifically, but like whoever goes through that, that has to be scary for them. That has to be terrifying.
100%,
you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on around you. Sometimes you don't even know who you are. Yeah. It's like, man, how
every day you're losing a little bit more. You know?
I saw this video of this dude, and he has Alzheimer's, and I guess his daughter was his caretaker, but he was confused. He was like, he like asked like, yo, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. And I'm scared. I'm scared right now because I don't know. You keep on calling me dad and it's scaring me. She was like, but I'm your daughter. And he was like it's scaring me type shit. And then he said like, yeah, I feel like I can tell like when I'm around you, I can tell like I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? I can tell that I'm safe and I understand that I'm safe, but I don't know you and you keep calling me dad. So that's scaring me. So it's like, just imagine yourself in that scenario, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine being
crazy.
the daughter.
Crazy. That probably hurts crazy. Like my mom, we're getting deep right now, but like when my grandma died, my mom, she flew out to California. She was with her for a couple weeks before she died or whatever the case was. Cause like my grandma was always like kind of sick. Her health was never like good. So there would be these times where like she'd have scares and she'd be in the hospital and whatnot. And my mom would go out there and be with her just in case that was it. So in this particular time, like I said, my grandma had dementia. There were times where like my grandma would like wake up and like be confused with like who my mom is, and she'd ask her like, "Who are you?" And my mom's like, "Oh, I'm your daughter." You know what I mean?
have to
like,
explain to
yeah,
her
like
and
have to
everything.
explain her and shit like that. Like tell her like, "Yo, ma, like it's me." You know what I mean? You know who I am. I'm your oldest daughter. Yada 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 and shit like that. And sometimes she'd pick up on it, and sometimes she wouldn't, and she'd just be confused. Like, "Oh, okay, sure." Like, all right. So like I can only imagine like how that felt for my mom sitting there watching her mom just deteriorate. And it's like, yo, she doesn't even know who I am, and I'm sitting here taking care of you while you're in the hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's probably a hurtful, like it definitely,
It's an emotional
yeah,
time.
it definitely,
Yeah.
plays,
It really
definitely
is.
takes a toll on a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On both parties specifically.
Yeah, I was just
like,
about to say both parties are getting fucked up in that whole situation.
yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how strong your brain is.
Yeah. And it's honestly it's crazy how fragile it is too.
Yeah.
And we don't even use the full 100% of our brain. That's
Apparently
another
that's a
crazy
myth.
thing.
Yeah, I
That's
heard
a
about
myth?
that.
Apparently
too.
that's a
Yeah.
myth. My boy Ether was telling me about that. Apparently that's a myth, but I don't know how true that is because he's not a fucking scientist. So I
But we
don't.
have
I don't know.
Google.
Smart kid. I'll give you that. Like I'll give him
That's
that.
weird.
He's a
That's
smart
like
kid, but I don't
the
know.
first question that pops up. Various theories of the origin of this myth exist, but there is no significant evidence to suggest that we only use 10 or any specific or limited percentage of our brains. On the contrary, all existing data shows that we use 100% of our brains. What?
Feel me?
Wow.
Shout out to Ether. You got that. Yeah,
That's something.
yeah. You know, apparently your brain is like realistically like a bowl of tapioca.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's just a bunch of liquid
And it's all just
sloshing in there.
in place.
Yeah.
Held together by like what? Not plasma. Like
Something.
blood or like liquids or something.
That's what I said. Like it's
Yeah.
like a bowl of liquid down bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the solid parts of your brain, obviously, like the little fleshy, tubey parts that look like a brain, but apparently it's like sits in
It's
like
like
liquid.
a gel. Like a
yeah,
gelatin.
something like that. It just sits in like some liquid type of jelly type of thing.
Picture your brain in a jello mold.
This is your brain.
Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs. I used to love the ones where like the chick would turn into a liquid on the couch. She would like
Oh,
deflate.
yeah.
Great.
Talk to her dog.
Great.
You're not the
Yeah,
same
yup.
when you're on drugs.
Now that I'm older, I'm trying to get like that.
Facts. I'm trying to. I want to be like this. Sparky, come on.
So that's just from weed? Shit, where's her plug?
Why do you think I named you Sparky? Come on, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, that's fucking funny.
Yo, so try. Do you have a Spotify or anything we could find you at?
Brother, so I do have a Spotify, but my Spotify has 2 songs from like when I used to like actually make songs. So like I'm good on that. If you guys want to find it, that's fine. It's TR3i's, you know what I'm saying? TRII.
Yeah.
You can check it out. There's only a couple songs, but that's not all of my stuff
You got
that
a
I do.
SoundCloud?
My old SoundCloud again, it's just when I was all making music, like to like release music. But like now I kind of just make beats on my laptop and send them out to whoever, whether it be an artist, me and like Max and like Goon Squad, which is Max's label. We have like a little Dropbox where like if I finish a beat and I want to drop it in there, or it's not a Dropbox, it's a same concept, but it's the Box app. So I just send them over there. I send them to Max. I'll send them to Ether. I'll send them to whoever I feel like would be good on this song or whatever the case is. So I don't really post anything yet, but very soon.
You should start a YouTube.
Yeah, I was just about to say YouTube is gonna be started. BeatStars is gonna be started. I'm gonna have a BeatStars account and a YouTube account just so I can post stuff, and if anybody likes it, they can either use it or listen to it or whatever the case is. The YouTube's gonna be more like content based.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this is how you make this type of beat. This is how I make this type of beat. But the BeatStars obviously is gonna be for artists that are looking to purchase beats.
Can I give you a tip?
What's up?
If you do YouTube, and you know how you sent us little packs of like 30-second snippets and shit, post them on YouTube Shorts.
Okay, so I mentioned it before. There's this producer that I really genuinely fuck with. Cool dude, makes great music, makes great beats. Infinite. He's from Modesto, California. He just posted recently that his shorts get like more like buzz than his regular videos.
Yes,
I hate to say it, but
100%.
same with us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because
it's easier.
it's easier to just be
Yup.
scrolling and then multiple people. And it's like you're getting views based off of people that either watch it for a couple seconds or watch the full thing. You know, it's in people's line of sight much more frequent than it is just posting a video and then it getting lost in the millions of videos that get posted daily.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because shorts, they're still on the rise. I guarantee by next year, maybe later this year, they're probably going to be either TikTok or Instagram Reels. That's my theory.
You saying about like hype wise? Or like explain what you mean by that.
Yeah, kind of like hype wise.
Okay.
Because I feel like more people are going to slowly shift to
shorts from
shorts from either Instagram or TikTok.
Oh, okay. I
That's
thought you were saying like it's gonna be like shorts are gonna have way more views and like YouTube's gonna try to push the shorts more than they push like the regular videos.
That also might be the case because I also read that they're gonna be trying to monetize shorts.
Yeah, that's how bro was. That's how I got into it. He was talking about how he's I think they are monetized because I think he just, whether he applied for it or YouTube sent him the thing that said like you can do it or whatever the case
They'll
was.
send you an email.
Yeah, because he had posted and was talking about like, yo, my shorts get most of my buzz, so now that I can monetize them, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Like I remember fucking the first short I ever posted, I was at work. And this was like at 2:30 or whatever. I paid no mind to like, because when I upload one of our videos, I'll schedule it for a certain time, like 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
This was at like 2:30 on like a Tuesday, some shit. I posted one short, it got over 1.5 thousand views.
Shit.
And with like
Instantly.
yeah,
Like it was quick.
yeah.
I feel like that just goes to show that like people's attention span is crazy now.
Yeah, because I
very
feel
short.
like people are
It's TikTok.
exactly
That shit.
yeah.
Just those
Feel
that
me?
short, funny ha-has. Just ah-ha-ha, like next one. Ah-ha-ha, like next one. Ah-ha-ha. It's just that's all people do all day.
Yeah,
you know?
not even gonna lie. Half the stuff I see on like Instagram really isn't like funny. It just makes me like smile.
Yeah, because
So
it's
it's like,
just
alright.
dumb.
'Cause I don't go on
you know,
TikTok.
it's just shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just they put it out. It's like that's funny or that's cool. You know, and then you put it on your story or you like it and you keep going and you watch.
Keep it pushing.
By the end of the day, you watched 5,000 episodes.
Swear
or
to God, and you don't
5,000
even know.
videos. Yeah, it's,
You don't
it's
even know.
crazy.
And with the shorts, it's easier to manipulate your algorithm than Instagram or TikTok. I feel like because with Instagram and TikTok, you already have the established shit that you want on your feed.
Okay.
With the shorts, since it's new, each thing that you like, it takes into account more than the other shit. You know what I mean?
Okay. No. I definitely get that.
So like if people are really looking for like with me, I've been really watching Red Dead Redemption videos, you know, the video game.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I've been really on that, and it shows me a lot of like related clips to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it be like story wise or like little things I didn't know about the game. Either way, it pertains to that category that I'm interested in.
Speaking of video games, y'all play Warzone?
I haven't played it in a bit. I've been on the Apex.
Yeah, I know.
wave.
Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 disappointed the fuck out of me.
Bro, okay, so real quick before I get into that, because I got some shit I want to say about that. So on YouTube, I don't play Warzone. I've never played Warzone, but I like watching little shorts on
People going
YouTube
off,
about people
yeah.
going off on Warzone or whatever the case is. There's this fucking hilarious fucking dude, and I want to call him a kid, but he's not a kid. He's a grown man that uses a voice changer. His name is Slater. And he does the voice changer of a 10-year-old kid, and he is fucking hilarious. If y'all ever get the chance, Slater. He's jokes, bro. Absolutely fucking hilarious. But back to Modern Warfare 2. Two things. One, at first, I fucking hated it. Terrible. Terrible. It wasn't the same as every other fucking Call of Duty game. And I get why they did that, you know what I mean? You're not supposed to run and gun Call of Duty. The whole point is to be strategic and actually fucking play the game. Cool. Two, when you start to realize your play style, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Because now when I play, I run and gun and I go crazy. I go fucking crazy. Don't get me wrong, I die. But all right, so I got a P5, but I have shitty connection. I don't. Go ahead.
Real quick, I swear to God, I think we got the P5 the same fucking day.
Yeah.
Or if not, like I got mine a day after you. Because I remember you posted your God of War and I posted mine. We were talking about it.
Yup, exactly. I think I still have yet to add you because I'm a piece of shit and I barely fucking go on that shit.
It's all good.
Because my connection is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Back to what I'm saying. My connection is trash. I can't run an Ethernet because my router is downstairs. I live in an apartment. I'm not fucking drilling holes in my shit, and I'm not trying to run it through the side of the wall and run it all the way up. Fuck that. Too much work.
Yeah.
So I barely play. Whenever I play on my setup at the house, it always stutters, it always glitches, it always lags, the whole nine. But whenever I play, I always like go a little bit over like 1 with the KDR. I'm always like 24 and 20. You know what I'm saying?
At least you're positive.
Yeah, whatever the case is. I'm always something around that. Sometimes I just break even. I go 20 and 20. It happens. Sometimes I'm fucking shitty because of my connection. I can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Bro, I was at Ether's house the other day, and
crisp connection.
Brother, he has fucking the connection of a god at the crib. I don't know how, bro. I don't know fucking how. I think because his router is literally right next to his PlayStation.
Probably,
so it's just gold. You know what I'm saying? Gold. First game, 75 and 30.
Jesus Christ.
Second game, 75 and like 40. You know what I'm saying? I had like back-to-back 75 kill games. Just because it's like,
shit.
Bro, once you know your play style, you're fucking good. Like I said, running, gunning, doing what the fuck I can. And I was chopping shit. Absolutely chopping shit. Not even using a gun I usually use. You know what I'm saying? I was using, I think he wanted to, I was looking for the Icarus. 5.56 Icarus.
Oh yeah.
Great gun. Love it.
That was fun one. I like that one.
One of my favorite guns in that whole fucking game. I love it. But he didn't have it. It was like you gotta level up the M4 and then get another gun and then you get the Icarus, whatever the case is. So I was like, fuck it, I guess I gotta level up his M4. Don't get me wrong, the M4 is like probably the most well-rounded gun in the game. Barely any attachments. I just ran a simple ass like class. Went crazy. Went fucking crazy. With beautiful connection, you know how to kind of maneuver, bro, you're good.
Yeah,
good.
As long as you can aim, dude, you just need like a red dot sight and a good stock and like an underbarrel. That's really all
dot,
you
bro.
need.
I was using the iron sights.
I'm the same
Some
way,
iron sights
honestly,
are fire, bro. Some are like you don't even need that.
I like
shit,
the
bro.
circle with the bigger circle. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
I like those. That's why like the Icarus has like a half a circle or whatever the case is. I love it. It's great. The M4 has like the circle with the other circle.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
My girl, she's going to the bathroom.
Oh, bro, I got so confused. I knew I heard a door. I was like, what's going on right now, bro?
No, she's
What's
gotta use the
going
bathroom
on?
real quick.
No, y'all good. I just got confused as shit. But yeah, why don't you like Modern Warfare 2?
You know, I grew up playing Call of Duty as a hardcore guy.
First Call of Duty game you played?
First Call of Duty game I played, I'll hurt your soul because I'm gonna say the first Call of Duty I played multiplayer wise was Black Ops 1.
My favorite, absolutely.
Yeah,
my favorite.
That's not. You don't hurt my soul. That's what I like to hear.
Most
Because everybody shits on me.
Because most Call of Duty fans are like, hey, well, I'm showing you World you war. It's like, fuck you. I get it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't give a shit, bro. Black Ops was the best one, in my opinion. Black Ops 1, best one.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 was like all in all like a great game.
Bro,
Black
great.
Ops 2, you know, it's right there. It's just those two
Black
games.
Ops 2 is cool. Black Ops 2 is cool too.
Black Ops 2 had its charm, but yeah, Black Ops 1, like literally like all around, like when the DLCs were dropping, every single DLC was better than the next, you know, zombies, that was like peak zombies. Yeah.
Bro, the multiplayer was my shit. I didn't have no DLCs, no nothing. I just rocked with this.
Stock was good enough.
So did I.
Stock was good enough.
Beautiful.
I never used to afford,
Me neither.
could afford the DLC, so I just played the fucking stock.
That's how it
I
is.
had one DLC, and that's because my cousin Brian, he was
okay.
so generous to fucking put his account on my PlayStation. He was like, fine, here, but don't ask for it again.
Typical Brian shit.
Yeah.
I used to do whatever chores I could just so I can like
Rack up the money.
rack up the money to go get some 1,600 Microsoft points so I can go buy the new DLC.
Crazy.
God, simpler fucking times.
Crazy, bro.
I just think that shit was just like $15.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we're children.
Yeah, it seems like
Yeah.
100 back then.
Exactly.
Shit was nuts back then.
Or remember when video games were $40 brand new?
Dude, now they're like
Yo,
$80.
Exactly.
Dude, that's disgusting.
Crazy.
It is nuts.
Crazy, bro. Absolutely insane.
Like,
Like
there's
$40, $50 games were gold.
And a lot of these $80, $70, $80 games aren't worth it, and that kind of
Exactly.
brings us back to your question: what's my beef with Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, facts. $70.
I fucked up Modern Warfare 1, the 2019 one, the
Okay.
last one before it.
Yeah.
I loved that game. That's the game that brought me back into Call of Duty, because since Black Ops 1 and 2, I've been on this rut where like I don't really care about Call of Duty no more. Modern Warfare 2019 brought me back into the mix. Dude,
Okay.
I was fucking shit up. Iron Sight AK-47 with the snake shot revolvers. I was a little slut in that game. I was fucking shit up. Hardcore search and destroy, going 20-3. Like, I was disgusting. Modern Warfare 2 came around and I was kind of ass in the beginning. And I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out why I was ass. And it kind of goes into what you were saying with the whole running and gun and shit. You got to find your play style. You kind of got to be a little bit more tactile, you
The
know?
mechanics are different.
Yeah, and I got to that point where I was like, all right, let me slow down a little bit. But then I was still like, what the fuck is missing? Like, something still feels wrong. And it's because I'm playing on core. And I'm like, okay, let me just play on hardcore. What the fuck am I doing playing core? And I go to click on hardcore. There ain't
doesn't
no
exist yet.
fucking
Yep.
hardcore.
Yep.
The first fucking Call of Duty game I've ever played where there's just no hardcore.
Yep.
It's coming
What-
coming out later.
What's going on here? You're telling me I paid $80. $80 for a game that you said these maps are going to be in it, and then when the game came out, 2 or 3 maps weren't even in the game. The maps that I was excited to play on.
Yep.
Then you took out the best game mode in the game, and it's like a fucked up thing to take out, because people like me that just play hardcore, what are we going to do? Get used to core, so then when hardcore comes out, I'm going to suck at hardcore again?
Yeah.
You know, like, what the fuck? So I wasn't playing too much. I was kind of like playing, like, if Brandon got on, if we had a group of people that were getting on, I'd play with them. So I wasn't leveling up enough. And then when hardcore came out, Brandon can even tell you, like, I was like, dude, now this is probably the time I'm going to get back in the Call of Duty. Within a week, I was like,
This game's boring.
I don't care. Because everyone else is fucking like master prestige within the first 2 weeks, because they're just jerking off and playing Call of Duty all day. That's all they're doing, you know? So these guys have every gun, every attachment, and we're playing in hardcore now. And I'm over here with an unsilenced M4. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I had no chance to catch up. I don't want to play core because core is gross. And if I shoot you in the head 17 times, I shouldn't be getting fucking hit markers. You should die.
Facts.
That's why I play hardcore, because if I shoot you in the head, you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I had that. So that's like my biggest beef with the game, is that like by the time the game allowed me to enjoy it, I was so far behind that it's like, what's the point?
I feel you. I mean, I definitely get that, because it was kind of the same with me. And I got the game late, too, off the rip. You
I'll
know
be
what I mean?
right back. I gotta use the bathroom
Do
real
what you gotta do, bro. You good?
this fucking hour.
Have we been talking for that long?
Yeah, hour 30
God
so far.
damn, I'm so sorry.
No, dude, time flies. You know, we
Shit.
usually do hour podcasts, but like
I
when
was
we have
about to
guests
say
on,
this.
I kind of expect it to kind of go on a little bit more.
Shit, this is gonna be one of your longer episodes, and I apologize for that.
I think the fight cast was our longest one. That was like 3 hours.
All
or
right,
something.
cool. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna push that.
The funniest part about that podcast is that like what you can do when you go home, if you want to like go check it out, it's like
definitely.
Noside Fightcast #1, and if you just click like 10 minutes in, right? And we're all just doing a normal podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of us, but we're doing a normal podcast. Click like 30 minutes in, and you start seeing like a deterioration. And you go like an hour and a half in, there is just like, we don't know where we are. You get to the end, like half of us are just fucking dead. Like
Struggling.
we're just trying to get through it, watching the fights. Like we are
Shit.
sloshed at that point.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's real funny just like skipping through the podcast and just seeing the deterioration of conversation.
You can see the vibes. You can read the room just by how y'all look. Nah, I definitely feel that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, but no, I was saying like I got the game late already, so it was like I'm already at a disadvantage. Now my connection's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh,
that on
shit.
top of it.
And then I'm just dying. I'm just dying because I don't understand the mechanics yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play my game how I want to play it yet. So it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, you just kind of lose the motivation.
Yeah,
to
so
want
for a
to play
minute,
it.
I think I'm only at like level 35. You know what I mean? Which is fucking nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. But like I said, I'm dropping fucking 75 kills on the fucking first game back in a minute. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case is. I'm sitting there going crazy positive and just going stupid on the game because I'm just naturally good at it. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels good when you get games like that, and then you go on like that 10 game streak where you're just getting dogged. Like, yeah, it just kind of hurts the soul. By the end of the night, you're like, "Fuck, what did I just do for the last 2 hours?" Like, god damn it!
You just want to cry, bro. You're just sitting there like, man, what the fuck? Mad, angry, but you're not mad at anybody else but yourself.
Yeah,
it's just like, man, I suck. Like, I fucking suck, bro. You want to blame it on other people and say, like, he was fucking camping. Nah, bro, you're just trash at the game right now, and it happens.
And, you know, I feel like another reason why I started to not like Modern Warfare 2, and it's not like a direct complaint towards Call of Duty, it's just I feel like the way I play games now are changing, and I'm kind of losing interest in the multiplayer games. Like,
games, more a casual player now?
Yeah, like you know, perfect example. This is something that Brandon can laugh at. I fucking hate Apex now. I hate battle royales in general.
You ever played Apex?
Them.
I was just about to say, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I've played Apex maybe once in my life.
Really?
One time, maybe.
Bro,
but I know the game.
I love that game.
Yeah, like that's his main game. Like he enjoys playing the battle royale games. I can't. Like I stopped playing it, and it wasn't that like I hated Apex. It's just overall like I started hating the idea of like the battle royale. I started hating just
battle royales.
Yeah, like it just got too like annoying. Like it just I felt like I was wasting time. You know, my one biggest complaint can go back to a game called PUBG.
Oh,
like the
fucking
OG.
shout out to PUBG.
Yeah.
PUBG
You know,
was cool.
my biggest issue and grudge against that game was you're gonna tell me I'm gonna drop into a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run around for 40 minutes looking for an attachment for my gun.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get sniped from 50 yards away, one bullet, because there's a dude behind a tree just waiting for people to come past, like a sucker like me. So I just spent the past hour of my life running around looking for people so some fucking Ewok in a tree to just snipe me. You know, that's where my grudge came from with battle royales. And then now it's with just overall multiplayer games like Call of Duty. Like, I don't know, I don't get the same enjoyment. Like, I just been kind of going back playing older games. Like, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again, going through the campaign, just building my character, building this story. Just recently, I started playing The Sims 4 again.
Okay.
You know? So, like, I'm just kind of playing more casual games, just fun games to kind of, like, calm down, you know, from a stressful work week. You know, just some fun shit. Get smoke a little joint, you know, and just have a good time. Yeah.
See, okay, y'all both brought up Red Dead 2 now. So, or just Red Dead in general. I've played Red Dead maybe once on my bro shit, on Ether shit. Maybe I played it like once. But did you guys know that based on your actions in the game depends on the outcome? Like the outcome of your game depends on what you do in the game.
Yeah,
there's like four different. There's like 3 or 4 different endings for the game.
Yeah, it's your outlaw meter.
Crazy.
If you are all the way bad, you have a different ending.
Exactly.
If you're kind of bad, but you're kind of good, like you're 50-50, you get a different action. If you're more good than bad, like you're like 75% good and 25% bad, you have a different ending. And then if you're like completely good, like Captain America level, you have a different ending as well.
Is that, and there's all right, so like, you know how like you can't kill kids in the game or whatever the case is?
Yeah.
There's like, I'm pretty sure there's a kid in the game that you can kill, or that they die for whatever reason, but it's your responsibility. Like, you're the reason why he dies, whatever the case is. And if you go, like, after you kill the kid or whatever, and you go, I think that's what it is. You have to kill him first, and once he's dead, you go and rob him, and you go and see his like belongings and shit. There's a note that he has. So if you open the note and read the note, it's a note to his mom talking about how like he was like supposed to send it out to her, talking about how he's doing everything he has to do, and that he's, you know, getting his shit together, doing his shit right, and you know, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be all right when I'm all good and I got some money. I'm gonna come back and see you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be good. It's just like a little feeler in the game to make you be like, oh damn, bro, shouldn't have killed that kid.
God, Red Dead, what a fucking masterpiece of a
little
game.
details, bro.
Yeah,
little fucking details.
See, since
like
you
that.
don't got good internet, you know, that's a game you should get. Get Red Dead 2 and just play the single player.
I actually just started playing fucking Spider-Man.
Oh,
really?
The Miles
Bro.
Morales or
just the regular
the regular one?
Just the regular
That's a
one.
great game. I love that fucking
Bro was
game.
telling me, because I was asking him, I was like, yo, should I get Miles Morales or the regular? He was like, get the regular first, and if you really fuck with the regular one, get Miles Morales, because it's kind of weird if you don't do it. He was like, the way the game kind of plays, he was like, the way the game plays out, it's like, it just makes more sense to do it that way.
Yeah.
So,
They're coming out of
fucking
part
with it.
2.
To what?
With Spider-Man.
What do you mean? Explain, like the game?
Yeah. So like there's Spider-Man, the one you're playing.
Yeah.
And Miles Morales,
Yeah.
which is just another Spider-Man game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with Spider-Man 2, which is
Based off
part
of the
2
first
of
one.
the one you're playing.
Oh,
yeah.
that's tough.
And I believe Miles Morales is in part 2.
That's fucking tough.
Yeah, dude. I think it comes out later this year.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna.
I'm
have
gasping
to
for
get
that.
Definitely finish the first one because the story, you know, that goes through
It's a
it.
good story.
You know, and it like we were saying, it leads into the Miles Morales game a little bit. You know, you get a little bit of tidbits from there. But yeah, it's such a good game. I think the best Spider-Man game to exist.
You seen the trailer for the new Spider-Verse movie?
I think I saw it, but I don't really remember it off the top.
The Spider-Man, the one you're playing as, is in the movie.
You're talking about like the
Video game one.
Yeah. Okay.
He's in the movie.
That's tough.
Right?
That's tough. I don't remember. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've seen the trailer, but I don't know it off the top.
Yeah, in the trailer they show all different kinds of Spider-Mans, and even in the poster too. They show like
I don't
all
remember
the
it off the top.
individuals.
I remember seeing like the Jordans that they dropped, or that they're dropping, based off of the new
Yeah,
Spider-Verse
I saw
movie.
that. They did that for when the other movie came out too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
They
pretty
did.
tough.
Speaking of Spider-Verse, and to kind of like bring this back to music a little bit, Post Malone and Sway Lee, you know how they have Sunflower.
Yeah, for the Miles
Sunflower,
Morales movie.
exactly,
Yeah.
for that movie. That song is the most, it has the most RIAA plaques from every song, like for ever. Like it has the most plaques
Ever in history?
ever. It's 17 times platinum.
Holy shit.
Diamond is 10 times platinum. They're at 17.
So
platinum.
3 more and they're going to be double
Three
diamond.
more and they're like double diamond. Nobody has ever like done that shit. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure nobody has ever done that shit.
It's kind of insane.
Crazy when you think about it.
Now, do you think that that song would have popped off like that
Yes.
without the movie?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Beautiful song.
I heard
Absolutely
it, yeah. But
beautiful
I
song.
don't. The first time I heard it was because of the movie.
I get that.
You know?
I definitely understand that, but I just feel like that song is such a good song that, don't get me wrong, the movie definitely
skyrocketed.
Yeah,
it.
110%.
Really slingshotted it way up.
100. That was like the anthem. You know what I'm saying? That was like the main song for the movie.
You seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
There's
great-
even a part
great
where
movie.
he's like singing it and he's swinging and
Yup,
shit.
yup,
Yeah.
and he has the shoes on and shit.
Yep.
Great. But it definitely did skyrocket and boosted up and shit. But that song though, in general, beautiful song.
It is
The
really good.
layers on it from Post and Ray, Sway,
Yeah.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The beat is great. The attention to detail on it is just great. It's a great fucking song. So
It
like,
is.
it's just crazy. Like 17 times platinum.
If you could get your, I guess, I was going to say beats, but if you could get your music, period, on any project, whether it be a video game or a movie or a show, what would it be?
It's like a UFC fighter call out. Who are you calling out?
I'm gonna get back to you for that in 2 seconds, but we were just talking about video games. A video game that I'm really excited for this year is UFC 5. UFC 5's coming out in like June apparently. Super fucking excited for that.
You play UFC?
I play UFC here and there when I'm at like Ether's house when he had it like
Okay.
downloaded and shit. We sit there and go back and forth. And my boy Kenny, he's like huge on the UFC, real like fighter, boxing head type of shit. And we sit there and go back and forth. I don't have it myself, and I'm holding off on getting UFC 4, so that way I can just grab UFC 5 and say fuck it. Very excited for that, by the way.
Yeah.
But back to your question, for me, Now, are you saying like album that's out or just artist that's working on an album?
No, my question to you.
Oh, you said platform. My bad. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Platform. Now, can this be
like you could have like your music is either in like a soundtrack or in a video game or
now can this be on like shows that are out but they're not making episodes of anymore? Or is it just like current shit that can or like shit that can possibly come out?
That's a good question. I didn't even think of it like that.
You
Yeah,
know
let's
what I
say
mean?
the show is still going.
Show's still going?
Yeah, and they need a new producer.
Honestly, bro, just because how much I love the show, and it's probably my favorite show of all time. It's like my comfort show. Probably The Office.
Really?
Bro, I would love to make some type of fucking composition for The Office. Some like corny little, like, you know how the intro is? You know what I mean? Or even just dumb little something. I love The Office.
There's a video of that dude that made the intro for The Office, like a video of him like explaining like how he made it, and
Fucking
like it was
beautiful.
just like kind of one of those like, what?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool, and then it turned into
Beautiful.
something super well known.
Yeah, either that or like something like, I don't know, maybe like the original Teen Titans. Do some cool little, some like anime vibe type of shit with that. You know what I mean?
That'd be pretty
That'd
cool.
be tough. Yeah.
Teen Titans. Like do something like, cause that's a cool ass little vibe. It's real dark, but at the same time, it's boppy, it's catchy, and it's kind of like it's even though it's dark, it's bright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, maybe something like that. I feel like I'm not the best with like those dark type of vibes, but I feel like just off of the anime feel, it'd be kind of cool. Definitely be fun. And like I said, The Office would just be fun to see what I can do that's just not in my comfort zone. Just real, just like, I don't know, real like corny, real like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Just uplifting.
Yeah.
Something feel
like,
good, right?
Something very feel good, you know what I'm saying? Make you sit there and like, ooh. You
Mm.
know, like, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool. And like I said, I just love the show. I'd love to do that.
Now you mentioned anime. Do you draw any inspiration from any anime in specific?
Any in specific? Okay, I've tried to sample One Piece a couple times because I really like One Piece. So like the little mid episode cuz the horn, I like tried to sample that.
Where they cut to commercial, right?
Yeah,
Real quick,
couldn't do it. I can never really sample it how I want to sample it, but it's gonna come soon. But like, it's One Piece. You know
You
what
ever
I'm
seen
saying?
Cowboy Bebop?
Bro, Cowboy Bebop is okay. I like Cowboy Bebop, right? I genuinely like it, but for some reason I can't watch it.
Really?
I can't watch it. I always lose interest after like the 6th episode.
It's really slow.
It's slow and it's
really-
quiet.
Yeah,
It's
really
very
slow,
quiet.
really quiet.
Yes,
Yeah.
quiet. That's the one because I'm just sitting there sometimes and I just forget it's on.
Yeah, and you're like, come on. Like,
Yeah, like let's
pick it up.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Like whatever,
Yeah.
bro. It's a great show though. I like it. I like the vibe of it. You know what I'm saying? I like the feel. I
The
like
aesthetic
watching.
of it's really
Yeah,
nice.
it's great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's very slow to me, and like you said, it's quiet. So like I just lose interest. One anime that I'm like currently watching right now, like super heavy, and excuse me, I'm very upset because I'm at the point in the anime where it's like, all right, it starts
Getting slow.
not really getting slow, but getting weird.
Okay.
Getting like very weird. And if y'all watch this anime, when I say it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I feel you. But it's Initial D.
I've heard of it, never watched it.
Bro, Initial fucking D is one, animation is shitty. Cool. So like it's a racing anime.
That's what it is. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
do kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like the race scenes are very shitty because it was made in the 90s and instead of like drawing it, they used the same, I guess, software or whatever it is that they used to make PS1 games on.
Oh.
To like render
So it's
PS1 video games like and shit like that. So
a
it
bunch
looks
of polygons and shit.
Bro, it's like the race scenes in like the first season, absolutely fucking horrendous. I tell you that. They're nostalgic because I grew up playing PlayStation 1 games and shit like that.
But
So
that's
it's-
all there is. It's just nostalgic to see it.
You know
Doesn't
what I
look good.
mean? Exactly. But those are only for like the race scenes where you see like the cars doing the drifts and whatever the case
Right.
is. The rest of the anime and like the animation style is real like 90s DBZ.
Oh shit!
Beautiful.
I love that shit.
Beautiful, bro. I love it. So like if you get past that, the race scenes and shit, and you like just fuck with the story, great show. Great fucking show. And like I get it. I understand why some people can't watch the show because of the animation style. But if you just tough it out, you know what I mean, and just watch it for stick through it and stick with the story, you're good. By season 2, the animation's a lot fucking better. It's still type PS1 type of scenes for the racing scenes, but it's a lot better. And they start to do a lot more like hand drawn stuff for the racing scenes over like the rendered images and shit.
That's pretty tight.
That's a great one. I don't necessarily draw inspiration from that, but that's just one that I'm watching. Great show.
You ever seen Samurai Champloo?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I still need to watch that one.
Samurai Champloo.
I see a lot of like clips from that, and it looks really cool.
Okay, so I got a question for you guys. Is Boondocks an anime to you or no?
No,
it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
just like Teen Titans, that's a cartoon.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Is Samurai Jack an anime or a cartoon?
Cartoon.
Man, that one's probably a cartoon to me. It started on Cartoon Network. It's a cartoon.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Cartoon.
Okay, good. That one is a tricky one. People say anime with that.
Nah, it's a cartoon.
Same thing with Pokemon. Pokemon's a cartoon.
No, it's not. That one's an anime.
Yeah, that one's an anime in my eyes. I feel like the argument for Yu-Gi-Oh can be cartoon.
No,
I feel like the argument for Yu-Gi-Oh can be cartoon. You feel me? I feel like it could. At the end of the day, I feel like it's still an anime, but I feel like the argument for Yu-Gi-Oh being a cartoon over an anime, I feel like you can get that off.
Now, what about Dragon Ball? All right, Dragon Ball Z,
anime,
easy, right?
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
Now, what about Dragon Ball GT?
That's still anime, but it's just not good.
Who made it? Because I know it's not canon. You feel me? I know it's not.
I think it's a Western thing. And by Western, I mean like US.
Yeah, by US.
Yeah, so I think
gotta be cartoon,
right?
Gotta be
it has to be a
cartoon,
cartoon. Yeah.
You feel me? Or like if anything, we can say like American anime.
Yeah,
We can like
in a
sub,
sense,
a
it's
subgenre.
like a mesh of both.
You know what I mean? But GT is a cartoon. We talking about Dragon Ball though. Have you guys seen Superhero?
Yes.
Yeah, the movie. Yes,
Fire,
yeah.
bro. Oh my god.
Couldn't get fucking past the animation. I don't like the 3D
The
anime.
animation was a little weird.
I don't like it.
It looks like a cutscene in a video game.
It does, bro.
Right?
I want to watch the fucking movie, and I saw like the first 10 minutes at first because I saw like the trailer or whatever they dropped, and I was like, oh, this looks like it could be fucking cool. And then I started watching the movie, and I was like, this is fucking horrible. This is absolutely horrible.
I couldn't. Do you watch it in subbed or dubbed?
For that one, I had to do
Well, I mean, I guess
sub because there's no dub on that. Or are we just talking about anime in general?
Yeah.
It all depends. It all depends on the show. Dragon Ball?
Yeah. Z, Super. You know,
Okay,
all
so
that
I started watching Z as a kid.
So dub.
I was watching dub. Yeah.
Okay.
But once I started watching like Super and shit, I think it was subbed for Super.
Because I was watching it when it was coming out, right?
Yeah. I was watching it when they were dropping episodes off the rip. I think it was
2015.
Nah, I'm saying, what was it? Wednesdays? Wednesday night?
Sundays.
You sure it was Sunday?
Saturday nights, late Saturday nights,
Yeah,
and
true.
Sunday mornings.
Yeah. What am I thinking of that dropped on Wednesdays?
One Piece.
Possibly.
Or Naruto.
It was something that dropped on Wednesdays. But yeah, it was Saturday nights. You remember Vlad?
Yes.
Me and Vlad used to work at FedEx together at the time. So, and like my boy Kenny, he fucks with Dragon Ball and shit. So, and Vlad and Kenny knew each other from, like, I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they knew each other, but they knew each other. So, like, we would all sit there and link up Saturday night or whatever the case was. We'd get out of work or I forgot what the setup was, but we'd like get out of work or before work, we'd link up, watch the shit. And just, you know what I'm saying, have a jolly old time. Sitting there smoking, watching Dragon Ball. And even, you know Jamal?
Yes.
Fucking same thing with Jamal. Me, Vlad, Jamal, and like Kenny would like link up.
Tasmanian Carter.
Yup. Shout out to Taz. Shout out to my boy Taz.
Yeah.
I need new music from you, bro. If you listening
Is he
to this,
dropping?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Right?
Me and him gotta link up. I gotta get some beats out to him
because
I gotta get him to get into the music shit.
Because Noside follows him. Because last I remember, he was doing shit.
Yeah, bro's nice too.
Yeah,
bro's nice. We were supposed to do a couple songs together, but they kind of just fizzled out because of timing and whatnot.
You gotta get him on the podcast sometime.
Bro, I gotta get him back into music.
Yeah, get him back in the music, and then we'll have you and him come on the podcast.
Man, I'm about to hit him up as soon as the podcast done on the way home. Be like, yo, bro, what's up with you with the music? Like, what's going on? I'll send you a pack or something. You know what I mean? Cause bro, nice, but
he raps, right?
Yeah, he was nice too. Like I said, his style was like very. How do I say it? He had a bunch of like boom bap type of shit. But it was like, all right, the way you flowed that line,
It was original.
with the next line, I wouldn't have expected it, but it's hard. You know what I mean? I didn't know that that's how you were going to flip that line, but you flipped it like that, and that's cool as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, that's the same thing with like Ether. Sometimes his lines just be like, yo, I didn't expect you to do that, but that's fucking hard. You know what I
gotta
mean?
check out Ether more.
Tough as shit. Yeah, see, he don't fucking drop music either.
No,
You
you,
know what
guys
I
gotta
mean?
start dropping shit, yo. Because
Me
I'm
and him,
telling you, bro.
I ain't even, I'm gonna drop a little gem right now. We working on something.
Where?
We working on something that's not, it doesn't happen in Jersey. It's a specific style that we're kind of crafting right now and working to perfect and whatnot. Once we get it down, it's it.
It's over.
It's over, bro. As soon as we get it down pat, it's a whole different feel, a whole different league. So
That was a little Noside exclusive for the listeners back home.
man,
Y'all should drop more shit, yo.
Soon,
I'm telling
bro.
you, YouTube, either the shorts or videos, and shit, try Twitter.
yeah, real soon, bro. Real soon.
Hell
Like
yeah,
I said,
bro.
YouTube coming soon. B-Stars coming soon. There's a lot in the works.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'll tell
awesome.
you that much.
Yeah, we gotta check out Ether. We gotta check out Tasmane. Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's been a fun podcast.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
it's been a good time.
It's been a great
Almost
one.
a whole 2 hours, bro.
Yeah,
Shit,
an hour
shit.
50.
Hey, bro, we just sitting here chopping. See, and that's I like it. I like it. I'm loose now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah,
When I first popped up, I was kind of like
You
curious.
got the
on-
jitters out.
Yeah, I was curious on how it was gonna move. You know what I'm saying? How the podcast was gonna flow.
Yeah,
But
and
it's real just seeing
and
your
everything
bullshit.
I told you before the podcast is something I've told every single one of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all everyone has come into the Noside podcast with the same type of mentality. You know, like because we know we're well aware that this is new. You know, to this area of Jersey. You know, like there isn't like a lot of these people never been on a podcast. You know, people are used to either an interview or they're just normally working and not talking about what they're doing, you know? So I understand that the nervous jitters and shit, you know, I completely get it, but that's what we try to craft here is just a nice casual conversation, you know, guys like the OGs, like a Joe Rogan, like we talked about earlier in the podcast, like what we do here, what we wouldn't be able to do without a guy like that, you know, like he set the foundation for what we do here.
One day we're gonna have Joe Rogan on this podcast,
Bro, as y'all
we're not
should.
gonna be on his. He's gonna be on ours.
As y'all should. We're talking about podcasts right now, so I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Of course.
Are you garbage?
Are we garbage?
Oh yes, the podcast Are You Garbage?
Man,
Yeah.
you fuck with it?
Yeah,
that?
it's a Philly-based podcast, and they have
Kippy.
they have like comedians on, and the two I can't. It's like Kevin Foley
Is that the shit?
and someone. What's
And
the other
it
dude?
was I think it was KJ, which is Kevin James Ryan, and then Foley. I don't know
Yes.
Foley's name. It's H Foley though. That's what he goes by. H Foley.
Okay,
That's the shit
okay.
you just be watching, right? That I
No,
come in?
that's Kill Tony. That's what I watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you know about Kill Tony?
I know about Kill Tony. It's the shit where they go on stage and they
They do a minute of stand up.
Yup,
Yeah, I
yup.
watch that shit repeatedly.
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Are You Garbage? It's like a Philly based podcast.
Great.
And they have comedians on, and pretty much the entire podcast they're determining if that comedian they had on is garbage or not. So they're asking them questions like, what do you like I can't even think of like a question they would ask off the top of my
Dumb
head
shit.
right now. But
Dumb
yeah,
shit.
just
Like,
dumb
do you
shit.
drink from the milk carton in the fridge, or do you pour a cup?
Yeah, silly things like
Shit
that.
like that.
Okay.
It's
And at
great.
the end of the podcast, they determine like if you're garbage or not, if you're classy or if you're garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, they're all garbage.
Really? Damn.
I love it. Can I be honest though? Their family episodes, in my eyes, are better than their guest episodes. I love their family episodes where it's just Kip, fucking Foley, and Toby.
Yeah, it's just a crew.
Just fucking answering the "Are you garbage?" questions. It's so fucking funny. I sit there and cry. That's a big thing that got me through my electric school.
Yeah.
Bro, I just sit there, put on fucking "Are you garbage?" Prompt it up on my wall with like fucking screws underneath my phone to hold my phone up on my wall. Just sit there and wire up a board.
It's funny, you know, it's just coming back to my memory that you are the one that told us about this podcast. And that was, I think, the last time I saw you. And yeah, you told, and since that day, I started like listening to them a bunch. Yeah, it's a great podcast.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
And then what we were mentioning before, the Kill Tony. If you don't watch that, you definitely should watch it. It's on YouTube as well. So
Yeah.
like if like
I've seen a couple episodes.
yeah,
I've seen a
I
couple.
love that shit. And it's on
just fucking roast
Spotify
him when
too,
he-
which is cool.
When he fucks up or whatever, they just roast him back. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they have a
Yeah.
bucket. People come in and they put their name on a piece of paper and throw it in the bucket. And if their name gets called, they have to come up to the stage, do a minute of stand up, and then
Yeah.
after that, they do the actual podcast portion where they kind of interview the person that comes up, and they're either good at their comedy set or they're bad, and whatever happens, you know, they either roast them or they talk good to them and give them advice, you
Yeah.
know, just the basic
I was
shit.
about to say the one episode that I'm thinking of is the one comedian popped up. He like put his hat. They called him. He popped up and his shit. He like came at bro. He made like a joke about bro. So bro was like, all right, bet, word. And then he started roasting him while he was still on stage. You know what I'm saying? For his shit. He was coming at him crazy. Like, oh, all right, word. So that's your joke? Bet.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm about to say to that. And just on him. It was great.
Yeah,
It was
dude,
fucking
I
great.
love that show because it makes me realize, like, man, I think I'm a funny guy. At least I think I can get. I have some jokes, but at the end of the day, I can never do that. It's like when I watch it, it humbles me. Like if I get too much of an ego, I'm like, no, I can't.
See, like I'm not a funny guy. I'm real situational funny though. It all depends on what's going on.
I can agree with that.
My slight little commentary for certain situations, jokes, absolute fucking jokes. But I can't tell you a joke to make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and tell you a story and exaggerate the details to fit the story and make the punchline harder or whatever the case is. I'm not good at that.
Kind of like going back to the thing we were talking about with the podcast conversation funny and the stand-up.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
True,
You know what I
true.
mean?
The situational funny.
That's
yeah.
it. Like you could say something and just my reaction to that,
Had the whole room laughing.
whole
You know what I mean?
fine,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I can't sit there and tell a joke for shit.
exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
definitely like for me when I'm trying to be funny or trying to craft something funny, it's more
That's
of
me.
like the environment and the energy, like how I kind of try to base my funny ha-has off of the people around me and their personalities and what I think would make them laugh, and you know, try to hit those like random like little witty one-liners, you know, to get some knee slapping going on, you know.
Yeah, see, like I got very dark humor.
I like dark humor
I can't
too.
say a lot of shit in front of a lot of people.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
definitely goes back to the situational funny,
Yep.
you know. Yeah.
You gotta know your crowd.
Yeah.
You gotta know
Yeah.
your crowd, which is a big reason as to why I just shut my fucking mouth.
Mm.
You know what I
I
mean?
understand that.
Let me not. Let me not.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a great time. It's definitely been a great one.
Yeah, man. This has been a fun podcast. Hour 56 in.
Hey, bro.
Has this been our longest one yet? Other than the fight cast?
I'll have to. I don't want to say this is the longest other than the fight cast. I feel like we've had a couple other long ones. I feel like we've hit 2 hours before.
This
But
feels like one of the longest ones, though.
yeah, we
Well, I'm not
talked about a
complaining. This is-
lot.
yeah,
we
it's
talked
a lot of
about
fun.
we talked about
Yeah.
a whole fucking lot in this podcast.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, dude,
Honestly.
I'm honored to have you on.
Yeah,
you
thanks for
know?
coming, guys.
Like I said in the
bro.
beginning of this podcast, like we were talking about like when me and Brandon were sitting down in the initial like first phase of Noside, trying to figure out who we would want to come on. You were one of the first names to
Appreciate
pop
it, bro.
up.
Thank
You know,
thank you.
like picture it like Nick Fury trying to form the Avengers. You know, like they like his files of people that he's looking for. You were one of those faces in there.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it genuinely. Like I said, just the fact that somebody cares enough to ask me questions is fire. You gotta have any more questions? I'm answering whatever.
Yeah, where can people find you?
Shit, I'm at the crib always. I know that's not true. I know that's not true. Sorry.
Shit.
Mainly just on Instagram. I got a Twitter. I don't really go on it. Like I said, my Spotify is triii. Wouldn't be able to tell you what. No, my SoundCloud is, I think it's nj.triii. And my Instagram is the big one where you can find me. I'm always on fucking Instagram. I try to put my phone down and not be on social media too much, but Instagram's probably the biggest one that I be on. So if anybody needs any beats or any studio time, or
Yeah, you have your
taking
email.
commissions?
You have
Yeah,
your
bro.
email in
I
your
take
bio,
everything.
right? On
Yeah,
your
I got my
Instagram?
email on my
Yeah.
bio, exactly. If y'all need, like I said, commissions, you need beats, you need whatever the case is. If you even just need a place to record or whatever, I can send you in that direction. I can send you to an engineer. I can send you to a writer. I can send you through whatever through Instagram. My Instagram is triiimyway at triiimyway.
Beautiful.
So that's that. What's up?
real quick.
Uh-huh.
I got a song by you.
What? Pink Lemonade?
No.
Which one? Time's actually dropped.
Yeah.
I dropped Time. Yeah, Time's on my Spotify page.
I love that song.
Thank
to be
you,
honest
thank
with
you.
dude.
I haven't. That's an old one.
I know.
That's an old one. I thought you were talking about Pink Lemonade. Pink Lemonade's an older one.
Yeah.
A lot of people always, every time somebody like that I haven't seen in a while talks about like the music or whatever the case is, they always like say Pink Lemonade.
I remember when you were posting about Time. I got it when it dropped.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
a good song. I like it.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
No
Yeah.
doubt, yo.
It's all right. You know what I mean? It's all right. We off to bigger and better things now. Like I said, I just make beats now.
And I just want to say to the people of Noside community, we are soon going to be having music by Tri. So look out for
we
that.
got some collaborations going on. Another big announcement.
Ooh, yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna let y'all do what y'all do, but it's coming.
It's for the people who got this far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're deep in where this is like a Thanos end credit scene, you know?
Yeah, the 2-hour mark. Yeah, this is what you guys hear.
Yeah, it's coming, bro. It's coming. We got a lot. You feel me? Who knows? Y'all may have a couple more than just one. Y'all may have a couple in the tuck to switch out whenever y'all want to switch it out. Who knows, bro?
I have ideas brewing, yo.
Yeah,
Bro,
we're
for
gonna have
sure.
to get together again soon and just really just
Definitely.
sit down and talk about the creative process.
Definitely.
The way I've been ending the podcast recently when we have a guest on is I like to ask kind of just a random little like oddball question.
Okay.
To just kind of get a little extra peer into your life. This one's a little bit more of a vague question for you, but I'm just interested to hear what you come up with. What is a random fun fact or special skill that you have that you think would be cool to share on the podcast that not many people know about?
A fun fact or a skill that I have.
Doesn't have to
Yeah.
pertain to music at all. Just
Yeah,
random.
just some like a fun fact from your life, like the entire time of your existence. Like if there's a fun story, fun fact, or you have some sort of skill that people don't know that you have.
Shit.
A hidden talent, one may say.
Do I have any fucking hidden talents? I mean, okay, sort of, kind of, a little bit. I told you guys this earlier. Okay, so I write with my right hand, but I play sports and other stuff with my left hand. Like I play basketball with my left hand. I shoot with my left hand. I can throw a football go with my left hand. I can throw a baseball go with my left hand. I drive with my left hand, but I write with my right hand. So like I'm ambidextrous in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I play basketball with my right,
Athletically, you're lefty, but academically, you're
I'm a
righty. Wow.
and I feel like that goes on to pretty much how I was raised. Cause like in my culture at least, your right hand is like your clean hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you go to the bathroom and shit, you use your left hand. You don't use your left much. I'm just talking about like the way I'm like
The way you were brought up.
predominantly a righty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, I do a lot with my left, but I'm a natural. Like, not a natural. I guess I was like, I don't know how to really explain it, but you know what I'm saying? I still do a lot with my right hand. You know what I mean? And I feel like growing up, like even eating, you know what I mean? In my culture, like you're supposed to eat with your right hand. Cause like I said, that's your clean hand. You know what I mean? You do all of that stuff with your right. And I feel like after a while of like doing stuff with my right, I just tried to start doing stuff with my left and it worked. Like the reason why I like played ball left, like why I played basketball lefty was I forgot exactly what happened, but in high school I hurt my right arm and it was my elbow and I wanted to still play basketball because I enjoyed playing ball. So I just went to the park down the street from my house and just started shooting lefty. And after some years, I just got really good at it to where I feel more comfortable playing with my left now. Like 9 times out of 10, if I'm shooting a basketball, it's with my left. You know, if I'm like playing a sport, I'm going to do it with my left hand over my right. So
yeah, that makes sense. You know, like I remember hearing a story from somebody that they had kind of similar thing. They had an injury with one arm and they were in school and that was their writing hand. So what they decided to do was to write with the other hand.
See, that's crazy.
And because of that, they went through the whole, like they couldn't fucking write for shit for like a couple months, but then they got good at it, was able to write with that hand, arm got fixed, and right then and there they were ambidextrous.
Yeah.
You know, like they were able to just write with both hands.
Once you
two
do
essays at once.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Once you use both hands, it's kind of like, all right, word, I'm not limited to just my one hand.
Yeah, because now your brain has the knowledge, like, oh, this other half of my body can do the same thing.
Like, even if I'm like bullshitting, like shadow boxing or whatever, I feel more comfortable punching with my left.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Now, all right, cool. When I don't know the difference between like orthodox and southpaw. I know one's with your left hand up, one's with your right hand forward, whatever the case is. What do you were righty, right?
Yes.
All right. When you throw your shit up, when you like throw your hands up to fight,
Put them dukes
you put
up.
your right hand forward, right?
Yeah.
I put my right hand backwards.
So you're like this.
So I'm like that. But I'm a righty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just, I feel more comfortable with the jab on the left. Like, all right, I'm going to use this a lot for whatever the case is, separation, or I just want to hit you real quick.
Yeah, see, I'm lefty, and if I were to put the dukes up, I think
You put the left back, right?
the left
Exactly.
is back, yeah.
Yeah, so
Feel
you
me?
are southpaw.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's strange how that works, and I feel like that has something to do with just how our brain is processing information. You know?
The human brain is a mystery.
Yeah.
Who knows? I used to do like
But we
martial
use
arts
100% of
too.
it.
Yeah, we do.
We use 100%
Nah,
of
I
it.
used to do like martial arts as a kid too.
Same,
Okay,
I
that's
did a little
another
karate.
thing. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. I got
pretty
that's
cool.
probably another thing, honestly, for the little special skills or whatever. I was
Yeah,
in
karate.
martial arts for like 10 years, I think it was.
Wow,
I
10
got-
years.
Yeah, I
That's-
got like my
that's-
second degree black belt.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah,
in
bro.
what?
Holy
In
shit.
what?
In
In karate or
White Tiger Kempo.
Wow.
White Tiger Kempo is a big defensive fight.
Okay.
You're a very defensive like fighter if you do White Tiger.
Okay,
So,
so it's
like-
more just like response, like counter attacks
Yeah.
and stuff, more of being,
Yeah.
instead of being the person that's pursuing the target.
Exactly. I'm not really an offensive fighter. I don't like being the aggressor type shit. I'm more or less just like, all right, I'm going to see what you do and I'm going to react towards it. But like, that's how I am with everything in life though. You know what I mean? I try not to be like so loud and so out there and all right, cool, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to just sit there, observe the room, see what goes down.
I was just about to say more like an observer.
Yeah.
So I have a question for that.
Go ahead.
Do you think you're able to create a beat according to what the rapper has already written out?
Oh, I do that all the time with Tubbs, with
Really?
with Ether. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you create the beat around his work?
Yeah, a big thing that we do or that we've been doing lately is like he'll pick a beat on YouTube and he'll just write to it. He'll write to it, does what he does, get a cool little flow, and then I'll just take the BPM of the beat and I'll take the key of the beat. Because every beat is in a key signature.
Yeah.
So you just take that key and make a beat in that key with that same BPM. It's gonna hit every single time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Every single time.
That's really
And that's
cool.
why I said like we
Some
kind of
producing
start,
science.
yeah, we kind of started something. You know what I mean? And like a lot of producers do that. I know I'm not the only one.
I heard some producers do that. I was wondering if you would do that because
Yeah.
I find that really interesting because
Yeah, bro.
you're creating something off of something somebody else created, essentially. You know?
Yeah, I kind of got that idea from this one producer that I know. His name is Dev. Shout out to Dev. I linked up with him through Max, my engineer. They like worked together on a bunch of stuff. So he had said like, yo, I got this producer. Let's get y'all in the studio together. So me and Dev got in the studio together. We worked on some stuff. I'm not even gonna disclose this information, you know what I'm saying? But we worked on some stuff that was supposed to go to like a big artist, like a major artist, you know what I'm saying? But
Can you tell us off camera?
yeah,
Or
I'll
off
definitely
audio?
I'll
Okay.
definitely tell you guys off audio who the artist was because it's a
Okay.
big
Nice.
one.
Okay.
But my thing that the beats that I made for him never made the cut because I'm an idiot and I never finished them out and sent them over.
Ah, really?
Dummy on my part, but it's all good. You know
Another
what I mean?
opportunity. will
Another
arise
yeah,
for sure.
I'll be
Hell
alright.
yeah.
I'll be alright. But
When
I
one
got the
door
idea.
closes, more open.
Exactly. He still is like cool with that situation. So like,
Okay.
if he ever wants to make a pack again for that artist, it's possible.
He could hit you up and
He
link
could
up
easily
again.
hit me up. We can link up. I was actually talking to him a couple months ago, like, yo, we got to work again together. And he was like, yeah, definitely. So
Okay.
stuff's going to be in the works very soon. But
Yeah.
I saw him do that on Instagram. He posted that he took like vocals from one song and crafted a beat around it.
It made a whole different
vibe. And I was like, damn, that's smart as shit. It's like, that's where I got that idea from. So shout out to Dev.
That's dope.
Word.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, bro, that's it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Hey, no
Dude,
doubt, bro.
it's been a pleasure having
been
you
a
on.
blast.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here. I genuinely appreciate it. I respect what you guys are doing.
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Definitely
that.
respect it. Y'all keep doing what the fuck y'all are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Unite in the town.
Mhm.
Unite in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Jersey needs more unity. That's
Exactly,
a big thing. Even in
yeah.
the music scene, everybody's so separated. Everybody just, it's all me.
Yeah, we've talked about that in depth on multiple podcasts. Just the separation that is here, and everyone's kind of like fighting for themselves. Everyone feels like they got to be a lone wolf. And that's we should all be rising together.
I swear to God, bro. Strength in numbers.
So, before we head out, do you have any plugins or any shout outs you want to do?
Been shouting him out the whole episode. Shout out my boy Ether. Got a lot coming up. Shout out my engineer Max. Max is, like I said, the one that kind of got me into producing and really, you know what I'm saying? Even before that, when I like started taking music seriously as like just an artist and not a producer, he was the first engineer I linked up with, and we kind of just clicked instantaneously. Like after the first session, I had one session with another engineer, great engineer, absolutely crazy talented, the whole nine. But we just didn't click. You know what I'm saying? Our like styles were different. It's not really what I needed, and it's not really what he liked. So
Creative
it was like,
differences?
Yeah, very creative differences. Nothing against it. Great dude. If I see him now, and it's all love, you know what I mean? But just different. I had a second session at the same studio. I was like, you know what? Let me try this studio out again. Let me go for myself and do this. So I did it, linked up with Max, immediate, just click. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not going to nobody else but you. So shout out to Max, great dude. Started off as a business relationship, grew to be one of my best friends. So
That's Max
That's
Lowe,
beautiful.
right?
yeah, Max Lowe, shout out to him.
You actually, do you want me to put up the Spotify
yeah,
really quick?
definitely. Go ahead, play that. So I've produced a couple songs for him that he's dropped. The maxi single EP 2, it's the one with the orange cover. I think it's called Stay. Yeah, that EP, I made both of those beats. You don't have to play them. The one that I'm really like, his newest one, Solace, I helped him on the EP Solace, all the way to the left.
Left.
Yeah. When he was making these songs, I helped him on, I think it was Eat What You Kill, No Longer Numb, I fully produced. I helped him with, I want to say Move On and Toast, Congratulations. So either one of those is great.
Right, so if people want to check out some of your work,
Yeah,
this is it.
yeah. I worked on Solace. I worked on, like I said, Stay was fully produced by me. There's a couple over here that I'm not off the top, that I don't really remember what I worked on specifically. But if you want to play one, you could just play No Longer Numb. Like I said, I fully produced that one. But yeah, bro, that's pretty much it. This goes back to the Trippie Red type of thing.
Yeah,
This has that kind of vibe.
this is him, his vocals,
Yeah. And I made the beat.
and he's an engineer.
Yeah.
Wow, so he does the whole thing.
He started producing too. Yeah.
Wow.
Kid's crazy talented. Probably one of my favorite songs he's ever done.
Yeah, it's got a nice flow. I
it's
really
cool.
like this one.
I like it. You can stop it whenever you want.
Okay. Yeah, here I'll stop it now because I do want to ask. We talked about this before off off microphones, but it's something I would like to bring up and have you kind of say on the microphones, because I found it very interesting, and it's your process of creating the beat.
Okay.
You know, so because we were just listening to some of your work, and now I feel like people would find it fascinating to understand the way you do it, because people that understand this field, and it's kind of what I was telling you before, that it's not the normal. It's not what people normally do. So explain to people kind of the creative process a little bit before we end this podcast.
Okay, cool. So my main process, what I usually do 9 times out of 10 if I'm cooking up a beat, I'll get a melody down with a piano. I'll get the melody down and I'll listen to it. I'll make my adjustments while it's full piano. The bass notes, everything's in the piano. The melodies in the piano, the chord progression, it's all on the same plugin, all on the same track.
Okay.
I'll make my adjustments over there to hear what I like, hear what I don't like, move it up a key, move it down, whatever the case is. Once I get that, the reason why I do that is because if it sounds good on a piano, it's going to sound good with any other instrument, any other sound when you break it down. So I'll do that, and then I'll start splitting my stuff. It's like I'll add a pad. I'll take the chords, make them the pad. I'll take the sub notes, or like the bass notes, and I'll put them on a bass. You know what I mean? I'll take the melody and the lead and whatnot, or the melody, and I'll put it on like a lead. You know what I'm saying? I'll get that whole thing settled out. Once I have like the whole melody, the chord progression, everything set with the different sounds that I like, and I have it where I want it, I'll start the drums. So I do my melody first, and then I do my drums after. And the reason why I do that is because I feel like, one, it's easier that way, in my eyes at least, and two, it's you can manipulate the drums however you want. You know what I'm saying? You can get that bounce, that hard, whatever kind of bounce you want, you can make once you have the melody done. In my eyes, at least.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, the reason why I wanted you to bring this up is because like the normal school of thought, like the way I was taught when I was taking classes on producing like music and stuff, you know, like I'm no professional, but the one thing I remember them pushing is that you start with the drums and then you do everything else, because the drums is the foundation of everything. Everything leads from the drums. So it's cool that you kind of flipped your process, and like from hearing the work you've done, of course, you know what the fuck you're doing, you know, and it's just really cool to see that you've made your own process and your own kind of, you found your own comfort in the way you make things. And that's what kind of makes your beats and what you produce unique to you.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I feel like a big part of music is just finding what you like and finding what you do, like finding what works for you, because what works for person one may not work for person two, and that doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean?
Everybody has their own style.
Yeah, everybody got their own style, their own process, and I feel like that's what makes different producers different. You know what I mean? I can do something one way, and just because you fuck with it and you like my flow, like the way I made something, doesn't mean that you have to do like you can get a similar process. You can get a similar result with a completely different process. You know what I mean?
True.
It's all just
true.
what works for you. You know what I mean? That's a big thing about music. Like, you find what works for you and you stick with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, experiment, definitely. Get out of your comfort zone 110%. But I feel like your process and how you make beats and shit like that, and just how you make music, I feel like if you get a formula down and a template, you can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Wise words from triiimyway.
Yeah.
So again, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think this is a great way to kind of end this podcast.
Yeah, bro. Thank you guys for having me.
Dude,
Genuinely
for real, it's been
appreciate
an
it.
honor. Yeah.
You know you got to come back sometime, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, you guys say the word and I'm here.
Yeah, open
Sounds
invitation.
good.
Even if you got stuff like brewing up and you would like to just talk about it, just hit one of us up, man, and we'll schedule it,
If
man.
y'all ever just need a third person to sit here and bullshit with you guys, I'm available, cuz.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to have you back on sometime soon.
Definitely, bro. Like I said, appreciate it. I appreciate being here. Thank you guys for bringing me on the show and just talking, you know, asking whatever. One last thing. Is there anything else anybody wants to ask?
No, I was actually about to
Anything else?
ask you that exact question. Is there any final words you have?
Honestly, my final words is that I'm appreciative of the opportunity and I'm very grateful to be here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely honored.
Oh,
my first interview, my first podcast. So
yeah, great
it's been a great
to give
time.
you that experience.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate it. It's been a great time. Very homey. You know what I'm saying? Very like cozy. Love it. Love the vibes. So y'all doing a great thing, bro. Keep it up. I respect it.
Yeah, same to you. Keep it up.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank y'all.
Everyone go follow him at triiimyway on Instagram and Twitter.
I mean, you can follow my Twitter too.
Instagram's the main hub.
Yeah,
though.
Instagram's the main hub, right?
Yeah, okay,
Instagram's the
yeah.
main hub. Mainly just Instagram.
Yeah.
Because when I'm plugging our stuff, I say Instagram and Twitter. So that it was kind of just a habit.
No, you're
know?
good, bro. My Twitter's
Okay.
trifecta. TriFeqta.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Go
right,
follow
cool.
that.
Yeah, and with that, the music fades in, our voices fade out. Make sure to follow at @Noside_podcast, Instagram and Twitter, as well as YouTube. That is our social for that. We'll see you guys next week, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, at triiimyway, 3 I's in the try. Make sure to go follow them. Much respect. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.